enough. A lot of people, I don't know if everybody knows, but it bypassed, the central area, and once again went further north and went up to, Cave City. And I was looking at pictures and video from there.
Yeah,
And man,
some of them houses, man. Just
I
flat.
mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just wild, man. We were talking about the storm. I think the year was 1999
Yes, I'm
when the
pretty sure.
tornado came through. The one that was a mile wide, and it was an F5.
Crazy.
Yeah, it went through the backside of Saline Sardis area, but it hit really down Arch Street real bad over there.
That's that one they said like left a scar or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a mile. Yeah, that was wild.
No, it was. That's what we're talking about, because when we were looking at those pictures, I was like, man, I've never in my life, before nor since, seen anything similar to that.
That wedge that day was insane, man.
And so I happened to live near there at the time, in that Arch Street area, and was very fortunate my home wasn't damaged. But when I drove through there, man, there were literally houses that were intact but upside down. There was a truck in a tree. It looked like a nuclear bomb went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did martial law for a little while over there because
That's crazy,
looting was going on. They had to stop that. It
And
was,
at your house with a pistol and stuff. That's
no,
crazy,
it was
man.
wild,
That's
man.
wild,
I'd never seen anything like
Yeah.
it. It was the freakiest, scariest shit I ever saw. Yeah, it was.
I told you I passed the Dominator yesterday, man.
Yeah, you did. That's a
was
cool.
wild,
It's cool
man.
to see those, though.
Yeah, man, it had like a thing that said "scan me and watch live." I was like, I'm driving. If
Yeah,
I wasn't driving, I'd be scanning it though.
They're kind of armor.
Man, it was
armored.
wild. It looked like a big, like a beanie almost coming down the road. 'Cause
Yeah.
it has to set all low and stuff. It was wild.
Well,
Looking,
yeah, they're armored and they anchor down into
Yeah,
the ground
yeah.
so they can
Some true Twister
endure
stuff, man.
the tornado and be in it, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
it's about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It reminds me of that movie Twister when they did that.
It's like that, but on steroids, man.
Yeah, it's
It's like
wild.
an armored truck, like that Dodge truck.
Like what now?
It's like an armored truck. But
Oh,
like the Dodge
yeah,
truck
yeah,
on
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
It's legit.
No, it absolutely is, man. It's
I wonder
it's
what
wild.
something like that costs, man.
Oh my God, what would something like
Because
that
I mean, your
cost?
windshields and stuff like that can't just be like plexiglass.
Oh,
It's gotta
no,
have some
that's-
reinforced stuff, and like that can't
Absolutely.
just. It's got to be like Teflon. You would.
I
Think
bet
it was
that's
made out of or something.
at least $250,000 vehicle.
Man, it looks
Don't you
wild.
think?
It looks expensive. Yeah, it looks like a stealth bomber when you get up on it. Like it
Yeah,
looks all.
the tech has to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
outstanding
yeah,
in it,
yeah.
and the armor plating is probably
Like
crazy.
that's some money, man.
Hell yeah, it is.
And all
man.
the computers and stuff on the inside because they got radar. I'm sure they have all kinds of stuff. Like
Oh
that
man,
inside
no,
of it.
they absolutely have all that stuff.
Pretty cool.
All right, let's see if we can get to some news you can use here. I might have a few things. Hey, we do have. Is it too late, or can everybody?
No, I think
Okay.
they have until. I think it's like another couple. I think it says 3 days on it now.
Okay,
Maybe 2 days.
so we've got our own March Madness bracket. If you're interested, go over to our Facebook page and you can click the link, and you can go to my Facebook page or the show Facebook page. Click the link and join for free, and just get in the bracket with us and
Yes.
have some fun.
Yeah, the highest points on there. I'm on Primal Piercings. I'm donating $20 to the winner. So
Okay, all right. Well, we'll throw in some swag from here, something that we've got that's a cool prize. I'm sure we've
get them
got
on
some
there and
things
get some,
here.
everybody on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, get on there, and he's going to throw in a 20 bone. I'll throw in at least that much.
We
in,
got some
stuff.
swag stuff too, man.
Yeah, that's
we
what
got
I mean.
some
At
cool
least
swag.
that much in swag for sure. All right, let's see what we need to talk about today. All right, we'll start here. The U.S. Postal Service has announced layoff plans for 10,000 employees. Part of the DOGE, according to a letter sent to Congress, the Postal Service CEO Louis DeJoy has agreed to work with Musk on the downsizing, part of the Delivering for America plan, a 10-year project to modernize the Postal Service and reach financial sustainability, because it's a huge money loss for the country.
Oh,
The Postal Services. Yeah. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day.
yeah. You ain't got no green on. Punch you.
No, I would advise you not to do so. I would advise you not to pinch me either. That used to piss me
Man,
off
I
so
used to-
bad
I
at
used to
school.
hate going to school. Yeah, many fights.
Oh, no, yeah. You pinch me, we're going. No, my dad used to when I was real little. If we were somewhere in public and I was acting out like I was being too loud,
yes, my grandma
he'd
used to do
pinch
that.
the side of
Man,
my
I hate
fat
it.
right there, and you wouldn't even know it was coming. You'd just be like,
Yeah, you can walk. They could walk you around the room.
Oh
like that,
yeah,
man.
hey, no, you damn right they could, man. That's the worst right there. So yeah, that set the pinch tone for me.
The PTSD sits in.
That's right. You don't want that. You don't want that with me. You don't want that smoke. There's a North Carolina island that speaks a language all its own. The town of Ocracoke created the only American dialect that's not identified as American. Sounds like Elizabethan English sprinkled with some Irish and maybe some Scottish. Yeah, the island's official website touts with origins dating back to the 1600s. Ocracoke Brogue is about as American as it gets. You can only get to that island via boat.
Okra.
Ocracoke. That's a weird name, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wild.
Sounds like a bad combination.
Yeah, horrible day.
Pope Francis is gradually showing signs of improvement. He's still hospitalized, still remains stable. That's what you need to
He's
know.
fighting.
Yeah, I guess he is. Max is ditching the original Looney Tunes. The OG cartoons first aired between 30 and 69. Warner Brothers said earlier this year they'd remain on the streamer. Now they're moving away from animation, focusing on adult programming. So classic cartoons are wiped from the site. I know that you'll be sad there's no Bugs Bunny. Let's see. Teslas are apparently easy to deceive. A Tesla on autopilot, which uses strictly cameras instead of LiDAR and other light sensing tech, was tested by YouTuber Mark Rober. It failed thanks to a classic cartoon trap. A wall with a fake road.
He's going to say that.
Yeah, think Wile E. Coyote. It was put in the middle of a road and the car drove straight through. The car passed a test where a mannequin of a child was put in front of it, but couldn't stop for dense fog or heavy rain. A LiDAR vehicle passed all the tests.
So that's like a radar kind of shoots
yeah.
out. Okay.
It is. All right, so this is some of what we were talking about. At least 557 storms Friday across the U.S. 64 of those spawned tornadoes, destroying homes, multiple deaths. Storms caused other facilities, including some linked to wildfires, but at least 5 in Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas Saturday. An EF3 hit just after noon in Kentwood, Louisiana. An EF2 touched down later in Tylertown, Mississippi. Damage consistent with EF4, 2 locations in Arkansas, near Diaz and Larkin. At least 12 people killed by the weather system in Missouri, 3 in Arkansas.
4, man. There's only
but altogether 40 dead.
That's a horrible F4. It only goes to what, 5 now? I think it goes to 5 now. It used to be
No.
F4.
The F5 is the highest right now, but I don't know. They've talked about adding another one, but I'm not sure why.
I guess because the winds exceed the F5.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, that's crazy. Which F5 would be like 200 something mile an hour wind.
Yeah, an F5, honestly, unless you're in a bunker under the ground, an F5 is a real dangerous place to be if it hits your house.
Yeah.
I mean, it will pummel it.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
They got like a Walmart or something, man.
Yeah, no, they will. They'll wipe everything out. I mean, that's what hit Missouri. That with that particular, the one that was so massive there. That's an F5, and it wiped that town out. President Trump's administration deported 250 alleged Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, despite a judge's orders. Well, a judge issued a temporary restraining order. And it said if there are planes in the air, turn them around. But it was too late. That wasn't going to happen. They said, yeah, we're not going to turn those planes around. And so they took those guys over back to El Salvador. I'm not sure on what basis this judge is saying, hey, you got to bring these people back.
Yeah.
Like they're gang members, bro. These are not good people.
So it was our government saying that, not their government?
Well, it was the judge that said you got to bring them back, but it didn't happen.
Good.
A SpaceX crew capsule successfully docked with the space station Sunday, bringing 4 new astronauts to the lab. Allowed the astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, who've been there since June due to issues with Boeing Starliner, They prepared for their return. The new crew members will spend the next few days familiarizing themselves with the station before Wilmore and Williams depart. They're scheduled to leave tomorrow with a planned splashdown off the Florida coast. See,
I bet they're ready to get their asses home.
well, hell yeah, they are. And look, hate Elon Musk if you want, but without him, how are you getting those people
Right.
down?
He said that the Biden administration would not let that happen.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, they can't get up there themselves.
Man, bring them home, man. They've been
No,
up
they
there
are.
way too long, man. They're only supposed to be up there for like a couple days, like maybe a month at the most. Been up there way too long.
Trump signed an executive order Friday to reduce staff at Voice of America and other U.S.-funded media organizations. 1,300 employees on leave, halting its operations. Critics argue these cuts undermine the U.S. role in promoting democracy. Well, I don't agree with that, and I don't know that we need to own any news agency as a government. I think the government needs to be away from news agencies.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't, no.
Kind of like school and religion.
Yeah, let's keep it apart.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's is recalling 61,000 bottles of Gerald Steiner sparkling natural mineral water due to potential cracking or damage. And if you buy that, you deserve what you get. Because I know that shit's way too much for water. Stop it.
Man, yes.
If it's in a glass bottle, come on. I'm going to save that for later. I don't want to do that now. Leandro Pinto Dantas was making deliveries in the town of Poole in England when he pulled up to his next stop. They didn't answer, but something made him look in the window before driving away. He saw a woman face down on the floor. Called an ambulance. Paramedics came, gave the diabetic woman glucose to raise her blood sugar, and he saved her life.
That's wild.
That is wild.
He was being a peeping Tom and saying,
Right? He wasn't even scheduled to work that night. He swapped shifts with another driver so he could
That's
peep
wild.
on her, I guess.
Yeah. Saved your life, though.
You know the band Disturbed?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Chicago's pissed off.
Uh-oh.
One thing you don't mess with in Chicago, it's trophies of the championship run by the Bulls.
Oh, man.
During a concert at United Arena March 8th, the pyrotechnics fired off by Disturbed sent flames apparently way too high above the stage.
No.
And they discovered that it caused extensive damage to the 6 championship banners hanging from the rafters to commemorate Jordan's run in the 90s. So the banners have been removed. Staff says they're working with the Bulls to get them repaired.
That's horrible.
Yeah, no, they're very mad at you. Disturbed. You got to feel like a real asswipe now. Like, oh, man.
They'll never get invited back there.
Yeah, don't go back to Chicago, bro. They're looking for you there. Wes Scantlin in trouble again.
I seen that.
Man, you know they were
They were.
a hit machine
man.
for a decade, man. I mean, they were pumping out hits left and right. I mean, they were whoever was writing with them, they were making nothing but bangers for a long time. But he was arrested Tuesday in Torrance. Domestic dispute with his girlfriend left marks on her arms. They arrested him, discovered small quantity of drugs. He faces felony charges for domestic violence and a controlled substance. Definitely not his first encounter. Matter of fact, most recently he was involved in a standoff with a SWAT team
That's not good.
when he refused to exit his vehicle in August.
Man, I see them. If that was me, they would shoot me.
Oh
There
no,
would be no
I'd be
standoff, man.
no. I watched one the other night, some video online, and it was a young lady, who got pulled over and wouldn't get out of her car
Man,
and kept, asking for the supervisor, and
it has to be a rich old white lady.
and there were like 6 cops there, and she did not want to get out of the car, and finally they just had to open the door, and they broke the glass and took her out. And
She
she's
was
like, why are you arresting me? Why do you think, man? You don't get to do anything you want to do. That's not how it works. Jack Quaid's Novocaine won the box office this weekend. Not really that big. It pulled in almost $9 million. Robert Pattinson's movie Mickey 17 went to second place with less than that. And then the thriller Black Bag debuted in third place. So
Black Bag.
Yeah, the box office is sucking right now.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, nothing good going on. This is a good story. As claims of innocence go, this one's pretty airtight. People in Norfolk, Virginia, thought a gorilla escaped from the Virginia Zoo, and social media went nuts after a power outage. Folks saying they saw a big ape running loose on Granby Street. While it would be really concerning if a gorilla was running loose, there was a problem with that. The zoo doesn't have any gorillas. The zoo confirmed it online and said maybe everyone was confused by their mascot, Zoo Squatch, who might have been out for a jog. But all the animals are safe and sound, and they said they'd tell people if anything happened, but they don't have any gorillas. So
But they have a zoo squatch. Like,
the Zoo Squatch, isn't that great? The Zoo Squatch, I love that. I do.
sounds like they're just trying to make some stuff happen.
Maybe so, man. Maybe so. Don Gorski, he's from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Why do you need to know his name? Well, he just ate his 35,000th Big Mac.
He's gonna be like that other guy,
Yeah, he's been munching on
supersized
them.
guy.
Yeah, since 1972 when he got his first car and drove straight to McDonald's. Back then he ate 9 in one day. Now he's 71, famous for holding the Guinness record for most Big Macs eaten. Fans show up to watch him eat.
Doesn't he like hold on to the receipts? Is that how he gets his claim to fame?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
Here's the receipts.
yeah, it must be. Yeah, yeah. You got a lot of damn receipts. Hope he's scanning them, not keeping the
Man.
paper.
Yeah, man. Some of that paper's gotta be falling apart.
At
by now.
71, he's probably got a filing cabinet.
Something. Look at all these burgers.
Yeah. Now, listen, I don't know when you last got pulled over or got a ticket. It does piss you off, and they cost a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But let me tell you how different. You know how people always talk about, I wish I lived in Switzerland or
Right.
Sweden
Yeah.
or Norway.
Yeah. No speed
places like that, right? Yeah.
limit. Right.
Okay, check this out. A rich guy in Switzerland got fined $110,000 for driving too close to the car in front of him on the highway. He was in a BMW going 74. He was about 50 feet behind the other car for over a mile. Now, why does it matter that he's rich? In Switzerland, fines depend on how much money you make. So since he's a millionaire lawyer, he got hit with the penalty of twice what his car is worth. So he drives a $50,000 BMW, got fined $110,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man.
Is
That
that a little
hurt.
steep?
Yeah.
Well, you think that's a little steep, a little
Just a little,
egregious?
man.
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Brooklyn crypto influencer Thomas Srafka got caught running multiple scams, defrauding 17 people of over $2 million. From 2016 to 22, he pulled it off by pretending to run several fake real estate and cryptocurrency ventures, and as well as a made-up latex manufacturing company called Vandalay Contracting Corporation. That's the same name George Costanza gave the fake business from the show Seinfeld. And people are so gullible. So gullible. The next creative partner to team up with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be Martin Scorsese.
Oh.
Johnson confirmed he'll be starring in a lead role in a Hawaii-based mafia story. Details aren't known, but Leonardo DiCaprio and Emily Blunt are supposed to be on board as well.
That'll be wild. So he'll have to, like, actually act.
That's what I was thinking. He's going to have to prove his salt here,
Right.
because if this one don't work, like his career, not to say he's hurting. I think he's
He's
nearly a billionaire.
Yeah.
I think, but his movie career has declined as of late.
Yeah.
You know, probably the past 5 years, I can't think of a single movie he's done that has done well at the box office.
Except for the Fast and Furious.
Well, okay, yeah,
That's it.
but I'll discount that because that's
just-
an ensemble.
Right.
cast. He's just part
He's
of it.
just part of it.
Yeah, whether he's there or not,
They're still gonna bank.
they're clearly they've done it on 10 of them and they're
Right.
still going. You know,
They lost the main character and they kept rolling, man.
Yeah, Vin Diesel's going to be at some point like 80,
Man.
still fast and furious in his diaper. You know what I'm saying?
Slow and fast.
Yeah, that's right. All right, this is your time to shine, bro. March Madness is here.
Uh-oh.
The bracket is out. It's time for everybody to wager in. Now, I told everybody earlier, we've got a bracket for
Yep.
Patrick and the People over on our Facebook page, mine or the show. All right. So Let's see, your number 1 and 2 seeds in the South, Auburn and Michigan State. In the West, it's Florida and St. John's. In the East, it's Duke and Alabama. And in the North, it's Houston and Tennessee. The first 4 play-in games fire off Tuesday and Wednesday. The first round begins Thursday and Friday. Now, who's your pick, man?
I
Who's
like
your dog?
I like Duke. I like Houston. And I like
Yeah.
Auburn. And I like Florida. That's my top 4. That's
Those
why-
are
yeah, that was
you're
already-
taking number
yeah.
ones mainly.
That was mine before they got
Yeah.
judged the other day. That was mine already, but I'll probably switch it up a little bit. But
took-
that was my top 4 going into.
I took Duke to go all the way.
That's all on Cooper Flag. Like if Cooper Flag's 100%, yes. But
Yeah.
if he's not playing or whatever, then that's.
Yeah, no, that could be a big problem for him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is
A
predicted to
badass.
be the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, dude, he was playing with the Olympics, like when he was in high school.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he's
Cooper's
baller, man.
he's a bucket for
Yes,
sure. That
yes.
dude's a straight
He
bucket.
jammed the other night. He went right down and just punched the whole like.
No,
dude is-
and he can shoot from
yes.
anywhere. He is very, very
Dude
dangerous.
is a bucket.
You know who's amazing? Who is, man, just had a coming out year that's amazing, and that's and he's from Arkansas, Austin Reeves.
Yes.
Over
he's
the
from,
Lakers.
Like Russellville area somewhere.
Yeah,
In
and that dude
yeah, he has,
is
man.
amazing,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Like he is killing it
Yes.
this year. It's like he all of a sudden came into his own.
Yeah, he is, man.
Yeah, I think
He was like you never heard of him, and it's like bam, he blew
yeah,
up on
he was
the Lakers. man.
everywhere, man. Yeah, because he was he'd come in, he was kind of a cleanup guy. He'd come in, get 10, 12 points, and when they got rid of AD and kind of reshuffled everything,
Yeah, he stepped up.
he stepped up. Well, not just AD, they got rid of D'Angelo Russell
Right.
and AD and a couple other players, and man, he's had several 30-plus point games. In one game, it was 45 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really done well. All right.
About Dallas. About Dallas, on the other hand.
Well,
That was a horrible idea for them, man.
no,
Now
it's
Kyrie's hurt, and they're just
yeah.
yeah, they're done.
no, that
Very
it was a
cooked.
bad call.
Yeah.
So most people do choose Duke to win, followed by Auburn, Florida, Houston, Tennessee, Alabama, Michigan State, St. John, Iowa State, Texas Tech.
I'd love to see a team like Houston win it though, and just mess everybody's brackets all up.
Yeah.
I mean, people have Houston, but not that many people
It'd be-
have Houston going all the way.
I wonder how many people have St. John's going all the way. They could.
Yeah,
They could. Texas Tech.
yeah.
They're pretty good.
I like Tennessee too, man.
Yeah, I
And
do
Auburn-
too, but I do
Auburn's
have
really
them
tough,
getting
but they
upset.
kept getting beat by Alabama, so that kind of messed me
I
up. man.
have Tennessee getting upset. So, reports suggest now there are 2 directions that Aaron Rodgers could go. It seems his preference is to suit up for who? Do you know? The Vikings. Yeah, they're taking their own sweet time making the call, even though the Giants and Steelers are heavily pursuing him. The word is he wants the starting gig at Minnesota. If he doesn't get it, he may retire. I'm wondering to myself, isn't that where Brett Favre went? Didn't he go to the Jets and to Minnesota both?
I know he's at the Jets, but I don't know about Minnesota. He
I
might
thought, I
have.
thought he ended in
He
Minnesota.
might have.
I may be wrong, but I'm like, what are you doing, man? What
I don't know why they stay in
Minnesota?
all these cold places. Like if I was getting older and stuff, I'd be like, I want to play in Tampa.
Who's in Minnesota this year, quarterback?
Is it, Justin Fields, wasn't it?
Was it?
No, that was Chicago. I think.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm trying to.
It was another.
Are they a quarterback away from a championship?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it seems like you want to go somewhere you can get a ring.
I mean, they all.
I know he's going to get. But listen, Daniel Tosh has a great bit about people retiring from the NFL, and it was about Brett Favre, and he was like, do you know how much money they make as a backup quarterback?
Man,
He said, I would never retire.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're making, he said, even if you go from backup to holding the clipboard, you know what the minimum salary is in the NFL? It's about $1 million a year. He said, I'm never
The
retiring.
ball boys.
I will die on the field.
The ball boys in the NBA get like 100,000.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Crazy, man.
It is. All right, let's see. This is wild, too. The UFC is looking to divorce ESPN. Yeah, tech issues with UFC 313, the latest issue they've had with ESPN, and Dana White's not happy at all. Fans were pissed off with the ESPN Plus streaming platform. ESPN acknowledged it, praised their crews for resolving it, apologized to unhappy subscribers. Meanwhile, UFC is said to be talking to who? Netflix.
I figured it's Hulu or something.
Netflix. Yeah, I think if they have the UFC and the WWE over there,
Yeah,
they're going to be Combat Sports
yeah,
Central, aren't
yeah,
they?
Yeah.
You're going to start seeing all kinds
Yeah.
of big UFC fights through that, and it probably makes sense to put it there, doesn't it? I mean, I think it'd probably be a good fit. Of course, that means Netflix is going to go up again.
That's what I was just fixing to say. You know that means it's going to go up.
Yeah,
man.
no, that's absolutely what that
They're
means.
getting the bag. They're just calculating how they're going to do it.
Let's see what everybody's saying. Little Doggy said, "Morning. What's up, buddy?"
What up?
Tasha Mack, good morning. Little Doggy said that tornado took out Arkadelphia too. It sure did.
Yeah,
He talking back in '99. Yeah, that was a bad one. It said it split into four. Split and went around my mom's house. Took out Willow Springs area and all that. Yeah, no, it sure did. It says, Latasha said, if Trump doesn't stop firing all these federal workers and worry about these immigrants and start cutting prices on goods, I'm going to vote him out. Yeah, no, you can vote him out. I somehow, some way.
Somehow.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, Houston and Tennessee in a North bracket makes sense, Brad said. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it, that Houston and Tennessee are in a North bracket.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
that's how I don't understand
where they ended
sometimes.
up. Let's see. What's up, Rich? What's up, Andy?
Hello.
What's up, guys? All right. Let me mention this. If you are thinking about purchasing a vehicle, Fitz Auto is the way to go. Late models, low miles. They've always got something great. Matter of fact, let's just pull it up right now. I'm going to go
It's
to
always fun, man.
fitzauto.com. Yeah, it really is, actually. I don't know why. I've always
They
liked
got some
looking at
sweet
cars.
rides.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's look for sports cars here real quick and see what they've got. Oh man, they got a bunch of stuff. But that Camry is awful sporty.
Man,
now.
yeah,
I didn't know they're that sporty.
No, they got some sweet little accessories.
Here's
in them
a
Camrys.
2018 Camry SE with 40,000 miles. It's 24.
That Jeep's not bad for 23.
No, a Jeep for 23. Yeah. There's a little Mazda CX-3
Bunch of little mid-size
Touring.
SUVs. If you're looking for a mid-size SUV, they got you covered, man.
No, they definitely do. All right, here, hold on. I was gonna.
They got luxury. They got
Let's see what here.
Off-road.
It's
They got
summertime. What convertibles they? There you go. How about a 2014 Camaro?
look at that
Listen to
1982
this.
Mercedes drop top, man.
Yeah, a 2014 Camaro with only 88,000 miles on it. That's an 11-year-old car.
That's pretty
16.
impressive, man.
A 2016 Buick Cascada. That Camaro is a convertible. So is this Buick. It's 18 with 38,000 miles.
Got a hot sticker on it.
And then this one they just got in because it doesn't have a price. But that's exactly the car my dad had.
That is a sweet
a
ride,
1982 Mercedes-Benz 380. And
That is
380 SL. Yeah, it's cool as hell. It's an
Yeah.
8-cylinder. It'll haul ass.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
tell you that. That's a good looking little ride right there to pimp around in. You got to be able to
Get
maintenance.
some class in that for sure.
Yeah, but check them out. You can go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, or just go to fitzauto.com and do exactly what we were doing, which is,
just browse.
look at all that stuff. Yeah. Let's see what we got here for you. Okay, so I got a few things here to talk about. I saw this article over the weekend, and it was just really interesting to hear about because Hollywood, as you know it, is absolutely, it's like a landslide. It's breaking apart.
Yes.
So, number one, you have Atlanta, which is a new Hollywood. You've got Tyler Perry has a studio over there. A lot of things are produced over there. A lot of reality shows are produced there. There are other places that are popping up, but one you might not have known about, and I didn't, is Las Vegas. So Mel Gibson just directed Mark Wahlberg in a movie called Flight Risk, and he said he wants to come back to Vegas. He said, look, Mark Wahlberg's an industrious guy, great to work with. The production experience in Vegas was top notch. They've worked together in several movies, but what he was saying is that, hold on, he said that the tax incentives to shoot projects in California haven't been enough to keep them competitive. Now, here's the interesting part. Listen to this. He said, I had to shoot a film for 1 day in Los Angeles. It was cheaper for me to take the whole crew, fly them to Europe, shoot for 3 days, lodge them, fly them, everything, than it was to shoot 1 day in Los Angeles. He said, so there's something really wrong there.
It's like shutting stuff down costs more over there or something. Is that what it is?
Maybe it is. I don't know if it's location fees, taxes, whatever it is. But if you can send your entire crew to Europe,
Yeah, Los Angeles.
fly them
taxes are
there,
crazy.
put them up, and shoot for 3 days versus being in town and shoot for 1, that's crazy.
And it seemed like they would do incentives for these people to shoot here instead of abroad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, you want them to do it
Yeah.
here. That helps us.
Yeah.
They noted many stars have left the state. He said, look, a lot of people have left. I don't blame them. It didn't suit them anymore. Even people who were liberal, it didn't suit them. But he's staying because he said if everybody leaves, what happens? So I guess he's out there, trying to do so. But it's interesting that they go on to talk about how they're building big movies. They're trying to get a big movie studio put in Nevada.
That's wild,
Move
man.
it there. Yeah, it's interesting. Now, let me share this with you. This is a kind of a wild story here. We talked briefly about it Friday, but a member of a state panel advising the director of Oregon's Health Authority on best practices and policies in mental health identifies as a turtle.
Turtleism.
That's right. Yeah, turtleism. We talked about it. J.D. Holt goes by J.D. Terrapin on Facebook, one of 24 people on the Consumer Advisory Council. The purpose is to advise on the state's mental health services. And I don't know, is it?
I think he's the last person that needs to be running that.
I'm just not sure that he should be there. He said.
What if he can't talk turtle?
Right? This is what it says. Hello, everybody. It's JD. I use they, them, and turtle for my pronouns. That's not a pronoun.
No.
That's a noun, you bitch. You know it and I know it. Stop that. It's not a pronoun. Turtle. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
He took her to the store. Turtle took her to the store. No, stop that. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous animal to identify as, to be honest. But anyway, his website documents the list of non-binary genders and describes turtle gender, or
Not a
sometimes
thing.
called tortoise gender,
Tortoise.
as a xenogender identity in which one feels a gendered connection to turtles. How does one feel a gendered connection to turtles?
Do they like pull in all their clothes and
Please
go in
tell
their shell?
me.
Like,
Please tell me. Anybody, please. Somebody tell me why this is okay.
Oh, my God.
How does this person's on a committee? Somebody said, yeah, put him on the committee. He identifies as a turtle. It's fine. I don't want him anywhere.
No.
Maybe at a zoo. He can work in help the turtles in the enclosure or something. That's where he needs to live his
sitting in
life.
the turtle enclosure. Who's that?
Yeah. Or maybe he needs to go live in the ocean with the sea turtles and hang out with them. Be Jacques Cousteau. But this is ridiculous.
Not the head of anything.
You see how silly things get? I mean, that's just absolutely silly. Now, this, unfortunately, is not silly, but it is stupid. And sometimes you can't make things up, and this is one of those things. Doge has, been doing, looking through all the things we're spending money on, and apparently they're going through the National Institutes of Health, and they found all kinds of things, but this one, a $620,000 pregnancy prevention program for transgender boys. That's right. $620,000 pregnancy prevention program for biological females who identify as boys.
They're already practicing the big A, right?
What do you mean?
Anal? Like you can't get.
Oh my God. No, this is the other. This is a girl identifying as a boy, but thank you for that. That may be the best response I ever heard in my life. Yeah. $620,000 for that, $700,000 for studying cannabis use among sexual minority gender diverse individuals. So when the turtle smokes weed, they want to know what happens to the turtle.
I bet he goes in his shell.
Yeah, what do you bet? 740,000 for social networks among Black and Latino sexual minority men in New Jersey. That's a little specific.
Yeah.
These are the things that, come on, man. Nobody wants your tax dollars spent on that.
No.
But this one is probably the one that you'll feel the most frustrated by. I know I did. A judge, now listen to me, a judge in a courtroom, his name's Richard Young, has ordered the Indiana Department of Correction to provide sex change surgery for a transgender inmate who murdered a baby.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Are you
just
kidding
murder
me?
him and get it over with.
Hello. The inmate now goes by Autumn Cardelione. It was Jonathan Richardson. There's no Italian in this cat. But he's in prison for reckless homicide of a baby. He was convicted in 2001 for that. The ACLU filed a lawsuit against the Department of Corrections seeking a sex change on behalf of Richardson, who began identifying as a woman after going to prison. Now, there's a law in Indiana banning taxpayer-funded sex change procedures, so the judge ordered them to do it. And I'm like,
The judge ordered them
to give him the surgery, for the prison to pay for the surgery and give it to him. I'm like, on what basis?
Hey,
I mean, you're in prison. I'm sorry
Right,
that
like-
I understand you have some identity issues, and that's fine, but why should the prison pay for that?
kill a baby at the end of the day, man. Like,
I'm saying you don't get those look, you don't get boob jobs in prison either.
no.
And isn't that, tell me that doesn't impact a woman if she feels like she needs a boob job. Sometimes women feel funny about that. It's very directly tied to self-esteem.
But-
So if that lady's in prison, shouldn't she be able to get, on the same basis,
No.
shouldn't she be able to get a boob job? Or if I'm fat, shouldn't I be able to get gastric bypass?
No, not on my dime.
Well, why not?
Because that's my taxes. What did you?
Hold on, man, my phone jumped.
Oh. No, what the hell he's
I'm
doing?
just running over stuff and
I
everything.
know, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying that on the basis, if you're going to make them provide surgery for transition, you have to accommodate everybody's
Right. but
everybody's
that's not
mental
even-
insecurities.
Right, but let's not even start that.
Well,
that
no,
big-
we shouldn't do it at all. That's
Right.
my point.
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm saying.
You can't afford
No.
to do
Yes,
that.
yes,
That
no.
slope is too slippery. Look,
Yes.
prison's not a place for you. I mean, yeah, you can go get well and you can set a goal for when you get out to
but
transition.
Not like that, man.
But otherwise, get you a wig and some Kool-Aid and make lipstick.
You're supposed to come out with like being smarter, learning, not coming out with boobs and minus your penis and
Yeah, well, if you want to take your own thing off, I mean, go ahead. I mean, no one's stopping you.
man.
But yeah, anyway. All right, let's do this very quickly. And I do want to mention that today is a great, great, great day to go by Stone's Throw Brewery, 402 East 9th. Now, why would you go over there? Well, number one, you like beer.
Yes.
And they have 14 delicious beers on tap. But more importantly, it's $5 Crowler Day.
That's awesome.
That's right. Go grab yourself 32 ounces. Any beer they have on draft at all. They don't have exclusions like a lot of breweries do. You go over there, whichever one you want, you tell them it's $5 for a Crowler. That's a hell of a deal.
And the Crowler's like the big slurps, like
Yeah.
the big.
That's that
drinks.
big old can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
big
that
one,
can
man.
that'll get you there. You know what I mean? If you do
It's
that,
almost a 40.
if you do that at lunch, you're gonna have
Oh, you're gonna have a fun day.
you're gonna have a tough afternoon working. I'll tell you that. But you can buy that and save it for later. You know.
Right.
Now listen, I'll help you out a little bit more. If you go there today to get your $5 Crowler, tell them you saw it on the show.
Oh yeah.
And you'll save another 50 cents.
There
You'll
you
get
go.
it for $4.50. That's ridiculous.
That's insane, man.
It's stupid, man. Come on, y'all. All right, here, let's do this for a minute. So you guys know that been writing songs, and I'm trying to write songs for everybody, not just for rock and stuff like that, right? So I want to throw y'all a real loop today. I want to throw you a pop song.
Uh-oh.
a girl pop song at that I did, and see what you guys. Now, listen, I know it's pop. I know that's not what some of you dig, but I still think it's a pretty damn good pop song.
Yeah.
So check this out, and you can give us your feedback on it. Let's do it. Here, let me punch this up, punch this down, and let's.
Just pulled out of your place, I can still smell your cologne. Trying to keep a slow pace, but I'm not made of stone. I'm an independent queen, never needed a man to be complete. But you're like a limousine, I wanna ride to OMG Street. I'm not normally like this, I swear. You got me so out of pocket. Those green eyes and brown hair got me blasting like a rocket. Watch a show, maybe read a book, keep my mind on business. Why is it I feel so shook? What the hell is this? Call my girlfriend, talk to her. She's giving the right advice. She says 100 be demure, but I know that won't suffice. I'm not normally like this, I swear. You got me so out of pocket. Those green eyes and brown hair got me blasting like a rocket. I'm trying to get my feet on solid ground, but I'm not sure I'll safely land. I already turned the car around so I can make you my man. I don't care who or what I used to be, I'm gonna use every trick I know. Open the door and you'll sure see I'm bringing dessert and a show. He ain't gonna know what he's in for, but I promise he's gonna want more. I'm not normally like this, I swear. You got me so out of pocket. Those green eyes and brown hair got me blasting like a rocket. You got me so out of pocket. You got me so out of pocket. Okay, Commander, let's ride this rocket.
All right, and
ride
we are
this
back.
rocket.
That's right, this rocket. It's a little pop song for you right there, a little girl pop song. I was kind of proud to, write that, to dig down a little bit to write from a girl perspective. like that.
OMG Street always gets me on that one.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. All right, let's see what you guys are saying before we move on to the next thing. Let's see. Poor turtle community. That's what Tasha said. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. She said, "What's wrong with that judge?" No, you did something way wrong with that judge. Little Doggy said Patrick has a little girl soul.
It came through.
I don't know. Maybe I do, man.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. This is wild right here. Talking about tech and just how far that tech is coming. And, sometimes
Scary.
you don't realize you're in the future, but you are. So cancer patients in Tennessee and Mississippi now get the opportunity to see a hologram doctor.
Yeah, that's wild. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did. And I wanted to bring that up again because Arkansas is part of that.
I thought that was awesome when you said that the other day, too,
Yeah,
man.
and I wanted to talk a little bit more about it because I do think it's fascinating and that people could take advantage of it. There's tech in place at clinics that replace video calls with life-size holograms of doctors for consultations and office visits. They use tech from Proto Hologram, and they provide systems like we talked about, like for, when you did Tupac or the Jonas Brothers, Paris Hilton, Mr. Beast.
Right.
And you're going to start seeing this pop up in other clinics around the country because they've dropped the price of it. But it's really fascinating that we're getting closer and closer to having those holograms where, you could be at home and, it's a full body hologram.
So are you going to be at home, or are you going to be in the doctor's office and you walk up to like a mirror and then boom, the doctor's going to
in this case, I think it's more like that. But I think that as this goes, it's going to be to a point where at home, everybody will have one, and you can sit there and have
be like a little thing that just projects something out.
Well, you know how Princess Leia was, just a bigger version of that, right?
Yeah.
You won't need a robot.
That's kind of what I'm thinking in my head when you said that, too.
I think what's going to happen is they'll put tech in the phone where that you set your phone down and it'll come 3D out of the phone.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So you'll set it on the desk, and that way your wife can yell at you from a small version on the desk. Because that's what's going to happen, right? Can you imagine that? Somebody walks in and your hologram wife is giving you hell, yelling at you.
Be a harder term to smash, and just smash her down when you don't want to hear her. Just.
That's so funny to me, just thinking about that. But the tech is wild.
Man, it is, man.
How far that things are coming right now,
I seen the other day they were talking about giving husbands permission to have sex with robots or something like that.
Oh,
yeah. About that?
Yeah, we talked briefly
crazy,
about that.
Man.
So would...
no, my wife would not give me that.
She would not be down with that.
No, man, I wouldn't be. That's weird, man.
So you're saying that if you were to fictionally... understand this is fictional.
Right.
This is not real. But if you were to come home and your girl was rocking the robot, are you going to feel a type of way about that?
I'm destroying that robot.
But what if it says, "But Chad, I like you"?
No, hell no.
Please, Chad, don't take me out, Chad. Please, I want to live. I want to keep banging your wife.
That's some weird stuff, man. Like, oh my God, like that's I don't. That's pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I guess, if they talk and all that. I mean, is it? Let me ask you this. All right, is it worse if they can't move, or is it worse if they could walk like those robots you see, the humanoids?
Yeah, it's worse if they can
talk and
interact and sit there afterwards and like smoke a cigarette and talk.
Be programmed to be able to flirt with you and stuff.
That's
talk
not
mad
cool,
shit.
man. And your wife.
Would you like some of this?
The computer don't do that. Like screw that computer. Take a damn baseball bat to the computer.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
No.
All right. Oh, look, I just got a message here.
That's not good.
Oh, it's cool. Good morning. Been listening with my wife in the mornings as we get ready for work.
Awesome.
Wanted to reach out. Thank you, first of all, for that, Jim. Wanted to reach out and see if you would be interested in covering or helping promote a Hot Springs-based MMA fight promotion.
Uh-oh.
We have an all-pro MMA and kickboxing card coming up May 10th. Thank you for giving my wife and I great listening to start our day.
Man.
Jim, hell yeah, we'll do that, buddy. Absolutely, we will. Please reach out to me, and I guess I'll message you back. And yeah, let's get you in here.
Yeah.
Let's set a day. Bring you guys up here. You can bring a couple athletes with you if you want to, and yeah, we'd love to have you in the studio for sure. That'd be great to have you in here. That's cool, man. Thank you again, Jim, for that. Glad
we could help you out in the mornings, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that is glad. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody spreading the word. That's the main thing is, there's probably still at least half of the former audience who don't even know that we're back.
Yes.
They don't know that. So, please help us spread the word on that. That'd be great. Sorry, I need a little water there. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got here. This is pretty interesting too. So apparently, let me give you this. So I went to pick up food from a restaurant I will not name. And my wife had already paid a 15% gratuity, and they were still wanting me to tip again when I got there. And what do you think about that?
Man, last night I went to Olive Garden. I'll say who it was, man.
Okay.
All right. And I did the same thing. Paid for it up front. Mm-hmm. The girl comes up, brings the food, and I have my window down. it's this big bag. Well, she gives me the thing. It's like, I need you to fill this out. So that's what I exactly did. I just filled it out, wrote my name on there. When she seen I didn't tip, which I tipped on the other end, she took the bag and just dropped it in my car, like
Really?
like threw it at me, and I had to say, I was like, whoa, 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 you know, like, I know why you're doing this.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, I called her out on it, man.
Well, how did that go?
Not
how did
good.
it
She
play?
kind of had a little attitude and walked off real fast. But
Oh, what did you say to her then?
I was like, I know why you're acting like this. Like, I didn't tip you, and you just threw this bag at me. Like, I tipped the other people that cooked the food and did all the other. You just walked 5 feet and dropped this
Right.
off. Like, no,
yeah, and they're
it's not worth
resentful.
$5, man.
Well, it's like, I mean, yeah, how much is it worth to walk it that 10, 15
No,
feet?
man.
I mean, come on, man. You
I
can't
have
get
no
$5 for
problem
that.
tipping, but not to every person. You know, like,
Well, and let's be honest too. I mean, the least time I'm going to tip is on pickup. If
Yeah.
I'm driving there to pick it up,
I'm 90%
look, if I
of
come
work.
in the restaurant and sit down,
Right.
hey,
yes,
come
then
on,
I'm
man.
at your yes.
But if you cook it and you just hand it out the window,
That's
why
not-
why is there a tip
No,
involved in
this
that?
service is why you tip. Service.
Yeah, but I think people have gotten to this place where they
Think service-
expect that tip should be.
They think services starts from when you call them, and it does to a point, but they take it too far, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it says it feels like we're being asked to leave a tip everywhere we go. People apparently are pissed off about it. 90% of Americans think tipping's out of control.
Yeah.
3 in 5 think businesses are using it to replace employee salaries. 83% think automatic charges should be banned. More than a quarter think tips should be taxed.
No.
No, I definitely don't agree with that.
No.
No, I like the idea. What is it he's proposed? No taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, and no taxes on Social Security.
Yes, that's the way it
All
is.
those things are good to me.
Yes.
I'm down with that.
Yes.
I mean, it provides a good incentive. Look,
Yeah.
if there's no taxes on overtime, you certainly are going to be willing to work
Well,
more overtime,
When
right?
I used to work a job like that, whenever you'd work all the overtime, the taxes would just eat up all your overtime pay. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it
Yeah,
cancels
because
it
they
out.
tax you up so
Right,
hard.
right. So, yeah.
No, it does. So that definitely encourages people to do more.
Right.
Social Security, I mean, typically people who
Man,
get that are either old or
They-
disabled.
Yes, and they don't need to be paying. They taxed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
Well,
should be
they've
an
been paying
age.
taxes their whole life. I mean, at some point,
Like a car.
stop.
A car gets the antique tags. After
Yeah.
A person should get that same status. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
yeah, absolutely, they should.
like you're an antique, but you don't have to pay taxes. I'd take that as a. If
No.
you're gonna call me an antique, I'll take that as long as I have to pay taxes. You can call me an antique.
Well, right, but I think once you hit retirement age, that those taxes
Man,
should be gone. You
yes.
shouldn't be taxed
You
on
shouldn't
that
have to pay
income.
on your house like that.
Matter
and
of fact,
stuff
to
like
be
that, man.
honest with you, I mean, even though that money came out, before taxes, it's your retirement. You
Right.
put that money in.
Yes.
So I think if you want to tax them when you put it in. Don't tax them when you take it out because
Yeah.
you're counting on that money, so those taxes hurt them. Now, some people are fine, but there are some people who are not, who, as you hear, they're just getting by or they're on a
Right.
fixed income or, those kind of things, and it's really difficult
Then
for
at the
them.
end of the year, they got to pay house taxes and property taxes.
Yeah, that's another
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? Like, what the hell, man?
I hope we do get rid of personal property
Man,
taxes
it'd be
here,
awesome, man.
because that's another one that
Taxes on top of
why
taxes.
am I paying rent to the government for a house I'm buying?
That's insane, man.
And I get it. Personal property taxes are supposed to fund education, so I understand. But I'm just saying, I think there's a better way than that.
I just think we're overtaxed.
We're way overtaxed, man. But at least we're looking at ways to reduce some of them here.
I had
and
a
nationally.
lady come in the other day, man, and she had gotten $10,000 for her taxes. $10,000.
Yeah.
She had 6 kids though.
Oh wow.
I'm like, I'll take the taxes. Like,
I'll tell you too what I think is egregious, and I get it if you win, but it's so ridiculous that if you win money, you're going to pay about half of that money or more sometimes.
I was explaining that to my son the other day. He was talking about gambling. I'm like, at the end of the year, you're gonna pay like 30% of that back. Like,
Yeah, well, it's wild that if you like if you win the lottery,
Like
if you win
50%.
Prizes, and that's why so many game shows, as a matter of fact, all of them have somebody set up immediately after the game show that, let's say you win a car, and you can't afford the taxes, then
Can't leave with it.
Then you got a dealer who's sitting there ready to buy it from you for less money. Basically.
I knew a guy that won a car like that off, like when the game shows and stuff, and he had to set it up to pay off the interest or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The payment plan, and that was his payment. That's how they did it.
Oh, okay. So that's how
So
they
he got
did
a car payment, but it was like nothing, man.
But it was just for the taxes.
Kristen's mom or grandma won I think it was a Kia on the slot machine.
On a slot machine? Are you
No,
are you
I
serious?
swear to God, yeah.
Now hold on a minute.
Swear.
Who is this?
Kristen's grandma. She used to be a man. Like she was a slot
She
queen, man.
won. Be careful how you say
No,
that.
I said slot.
I don't want anybody's grandma mad. She won a car.
A car, dude. She would go down there and win thousands of dollars all the time. Like,
How?
I don't know, but she did, man. She won a car. I think she won 2 cars, but I know she at least won 1.
I mean, I can't even imagine. Look at I got excited
it
if I
was a
won
Kia.
$20.
It was
You
a
talk about
Kia, but yeah.
I don't give a damn. It's a
About
car.
$15,000, $20,000 car at the time.
It's a
$10,000
car, bro.
car. Yeah.
I've never won a car
Brand
anywhere.
new.
That's wild.
Yeah.
In a slot
In
machine.
the slot machine.
I just, you know what it is?
And like Bossier City, like when them little.
Oh, the
you know,
podunk one?
Yeah, but she did it.
No, what's crazy is I just hate. I've tried to play slot. I don't really understand it. I'm just pulling the handle and punching buttons.
It is. I
don't really get it, and I'm
find
bored
myself
with
there
it.
when I have too many drinks and I'm just kind of aimlessly walking around.
Yeah.
I'll sit at a slot and sit there and hit it for a little bit. Me and my wife, we hit the craps machine.
I do like the craps table because you can play for a long time there.
The blackjack is what I was trying to say.
Oh, blackjack.
We'll come out at like 1 o'clock when everything kind of slowing down and stuff like that. Hit the blackjack tables. Oh man, you don't like blackjack?
I love blackjack, but I just I don't know why I don't seem to have luck at casinos.
Oh man, that's the best odds in the whole casino, man.
Well, then I must suck. That's just a fact. Then I suck. I just realized that. Thank you for helping paint that picture.
I always come home broke, man. We all suck, man. That they always win. The house always wins.
Most of the time, that's true. That's true.
Except for Kristen's grandma.
You're right. Kristen said, "I'm not rocking no robot."
See?
Kristen, it was fictional, Kristen, not you, Kristen. Okay, you're the real Kristen. That's different. Okay.
She said, I'm not rocking no robot.
I'm not rocking no
I
robot.
love
She
that,
said,
baby.
all caps, bro. All caps. She's yelling at us, man. That's fictional. That wasn't even to you. It's fictional, Kristen. I should have called her Craston, just to change it up or something, man. Get your wife mad now. I'm not rocking no robot, boy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you in trouble. Let me mention this. At Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, it's a veteran-owned company, and they tailor CBD sublingual recipes to your specific need. Pain relief, stress, anxiety, doesn't matter. They will customize that blend to make it perfect for you. Now, listen, these are 80% effective. So your bloodstream absorbs 80% of this CBD. Not like stuff that you're going to buy in the convenience stores around here.
You don't know what you're getting.
You don't know what you're getting. Certainly, you don't want to take a tablet or a gummy or something like that when you can do this and get the best benefit. They have a lot of other stuff too. They even have things that provide, it's hemp-based, but it converts in your body to something else, right? So they have those as well. So if you want it punched up instead of just CBD, you can get that.
Right.
But if you're not looking for euphoria, if you're not wanting to, do marijuana for whatever reason, then CBD can be great, and it's not that at all. But go over and take a look at what they got. BANTX.com. BANTX.com. Put in PATP25 and get 25% off your first order.
Get you a hookup. Mm-hmm. It always thinks about that. When you say that name, I don't know why. It makes me think of Batman. The Ark.
Alchemy? You're thinking of Archimist or whatever?
Yes, that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
Man. That's a cool name, though. It just makes me think about Batman, though.
Alchemy, for those who don't know, was back in the day when they would try to turn things into gold. You would try to turn other metals into gold, so that was alchemy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's where that name
Gotcha.
come from. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to what we got here. By the way, how was, I meant to ask you, how was the weekend for you guys?
That's
What'd
good,
y'all
man.
do?
Laid back, getting ready for this warmer weather, man. It was acting like it was gonna get warm, and it kept getting kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for this warm weather, so I can get out there. And,
Can I give you a take that's not popular? Can I put myself out on a limb here and say something that I know a lot of people are not going to like?
Go for it.
Kill Tony sucks, man.
No, man, it does not.
Bro, it sucks.
Why?
Man, I've tried. I mean, I've watched it, and
Do you not like Tony? Is that what it is, Tony?
no, it's not that. I don't like how they. I don't like it. I like
The roasting part of it?
I
or-
just think it's weak. I mean, I watch it. They bring a bunch of scum bums up who shit on themselves, and
Yeah.
they half-ass poke fun at them. Sometimes they're nice to them, sometimes they're not. But I just, look, if I want to, I like roast. I love roast. I love Letterkenny, the show,
Right.
just for that reason, for that very reason. That it's a nonstop roast. I love all the roasts they do of celebrities. They're always great. I think this one's weak. And I know everybody's gaga about it, and I get that, but I can't get there from here. I just don't find it that entertaining.
I like certain characters on it. How about that? I like Cam. Mm-hmm. I think he's hilarious. The black guy on there.
Yeah.
I like him. I like Tony. But
It's not that I don't like any of them.
some
It's
of the
just,
people, I know what you're saying though, but the people coming up in like the whole couple minutes, that is kind of weird. But I like when they have their actual comedians like
right.
and
When,
stuff like
when
that.
they do that, when they have an actual comedian who's
Right.
legit,
Right.
who
That's-
comes out and does legit
Right.
performing,
Right.
that's okay. But
Right.
most of the time, it's a bunch of derelicts.
No, yes, you're
that
1,000% on that.
Either
Yes.
never did comedy,
Yes.
or they're trash,
Yes.
or they got some trash story,
Yes.
and it's just like, man, I just, I don't get it. I know a lot of people like it, and that's what I said. I know it's an unpopular opinion,
I watch
but
more.
I've just been quiet about it because I didn't want to be that guy, but I have to be.
I watch more the takes than the whole shows. I've
Yeah.
never sat there and watched the whole show.
I know a lot of people though. They love it, bro.
Dustin watches it all the time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do.
But
Little doggy said, he said, to each their own. I love Kill Tony. No, I get
Yeah.
it. Bro, you are in the majority.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly this show has done very well. He's
Yeah.
getting, matter of fact, he's moving from there to somewhere else to do it bigger and better now.
he's moving out of Austin.
I mean, he's moving, I think, to a
Venues.
different network or
Okay,
something,
okay,
like maybe
okay.
Netflix or something. If I'm not mistaken,
put
he
him
got a
on
Netflix
Netflix.
deal. Yeah, I think so. But I just, I just don't feel it, man.
I wonder if it'll water it down when they go to Netflix.
No, I hope they punch it up some and punch up the production value and stuff too. That's another thing I don't love, the production value, but I get that it's live.
Right.
Latasha said she won a 50 on a scratch off last week and got excited.
Hell yeah.
I said, I can't imagine winning a car. I'm a
Right.
sore loser. I don't like gambling. No, that's my problem is, every time we go, and it's always fun. It's a good trip to go.
But
we'll say, all right, let's take 100 each. And I know that's good for about 2 hours.
That's all. That's
And then we're done.
throwaway money.
Yeah. No, I go in there and shit that money
Yeah.
because I know I'm not going to win.
No.
So I just go in and feed the money to whoever
cool.
and then leave.
That's
And
when you think about it, at the end of the day, you're just like, damn, I just threw that money.
yeah. No, I all the way home, I think, what could I have spent with that
Right.
$200? What could I have
Man,
gotten
we
with
could-
my
I could've went and
$200?
watched a Grizzlies game or something, man.
Yeah, I could have gone, stayed at a hotel for the night with maybe a hot tub in it. I could have, bought a whole lot of donuts.
That's why I like going to Oakland. You can do like $2 bets on the horses.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's great.
And like they got them new rooms and stuff. Have you stayed there since they done all that?
Since what?
Since Oakland's like revamped.
Oh,
and stuff?
I have been there, but I haven't been into do they have the,
Man, we
the
stayed.
rooms open
Yeah,
now?
man, we stayed one night during the races, and like our window was on the field, like we
Oh,
were
the
right
racing
there. Yeah,
field?
we could watch the races in our room,
That's dope.
and like we had chairs on the window, like
That's
set up
super
and a
dope,
table,
actually.
beers and stuff, and you're inside. And you
How
can
much
bet
are
it.
the rooms?
I think we paid $250 for a night.
Okay.
200.
It's not cheap,
No,
but still, it's cool.
It's a nice room though. It's like
Yeah.
a suite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're nice, man. Huge windows, so you can see like the whole field and stuff.
And I'm sure they run promotions too.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
I've
can
seen
get
them
a
down for, like,
discount or
180, I
free
think, and
free
stuff like
rooms
that,
or
yeah.
things like that. I know all the high rollers often get
Oh,
the free
yeah,
rooms,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
The repeat customers that come all the
I
time.
never
and-
get that.
No, I'm never gonna. I'll never bet enough for that to happen.
I went up there one time. We went to Mississippi and we didn't have a room or nothing.
Yeah.
They sold out of rooms when we were there, so we didn't have nowhere to stay. So we was like, "Oh, we'll sleep in the car." Well, I got to talking to one of the staffs, and I was like, "Hey, man, we need a room." Da da da. And he's like, "Man, you give me $150, I'll get you a room." So I was like, "All right." So I gave him $150, and he's like, "I'm gonna give you this card, and I'm gonna show you where this room is." All right.
Okay.
So about 11:30, he's like, "I'm gonna walk y'all up here and show you where your room is." He walks us back there, and we're going like opposite way of all the rooms and stuff. And like our room, when we go there, it says like something on the door, like saying we're like working there, like an act or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
That. Yeah, like they stowed us away in like a
Like a room that's just for the people that come in and work there,
Yeah,
like
man.
the traveling. Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
Was it a
wild.
decent
we
room?
and we kept having to sneak in and out. Like we couldn't just come and go. Like we
Oh.
had to just go in there and sleep and come out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really weird. But we had a room though.
Well, yeah, you did have a room. I mean, yeah. I went and stayed one time at what's the hotel in Eureka Springs that's haunted?
Oh man.
I went and stayed there.
Hell no.
There was nothing. I didn't see anything. I didn't.
Was you
hear
upset or
anything.
was you happy? I think I would have
Oh.
been happy.
Well, no. I mean, I wasn't either. But I wasn't surprised.
So did you stay there knowing that it was haunted?
Yeah, I stayed
Hell
there.
no.
We went there on purpose. The Crescent, that's what it's called.
Laura went with you?
Yeah, we went there on purpose. She wanted to go, and so we went and did the tour and all that stuff. And there was nothing that I'm like, come on, whatever, y'all, get out of here with this. You're selling some bullshit.
See,
here.
I've been on the tour in Memphis. They do the haunted tour, and I always
Yeah.
thought that was just all talk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stay in a room though where they're like people have been murdered or da da.
Well,
I'm
no,
like,
I
hell
mean,
no, let me out of here right
No,
now.
look, there's a difference in there say it's haunted versus if you go in here, you're gonna die.
Well,
You're
I mean,
not
if it's
coming
haunted,
out.
some done went down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but-
more than likely, like
Not much. Some ghosts have shown up in a hallway.
that's good enough for me, man.
She said, that's good enough for me. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. All right. And you're worried you're Bigfoot in the backyard. Yeah. Come on, man. Stop it. You can't be worried about ghosts, really. Who's worried? Look,
I
I'm
don't want to see no ghosts,
look,
man.
I hate the dark when there's no light.
Man, I do
you know?
too. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's not because of ghosts. It's because I'm afraid someone's going to stab me for some reason.
It could be a ghost that's gonna stab you.
No, ain't no ghost going to stab you, bro. I don't think they can stab, man. I don't think they can do that.
You don't know, man.
that's what I said,
Ain't
ghosts-
one rolled up on you right yet, man.
Well, I guess not. Maybe I got to have the right gangsta ghost, you know.
Cats are gonna roll up on you one day and put a cap in your ass.
Just did hit me right in the liver. Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. I'll tell you what. Let's do another song. So let me lay the story out on this one. It's interesting to see things shift and move around post all the political stuff, right?
Right.
But one of the things I've noticed was songs that are more, I guess the term is patriotic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I put one together. I wrote one of those over the weekend, just having fun writing a patriotic song. So
Toby Keith.
let me play this. All right, let's do this one right here.
I know what the news tells me, and the internet is even louder.
You want a Saturn? Christian just texted me. You want a Saturn on a slot machine?
Criminality, and I'm wrong not to doubt her. Here's what they don't understand. I know it ain't a perfect country, but I'm proud to be on this land. But I always thought it's for you and me. that shit you learned in school, it ain't ever gonna play. Yeah, you can say anything you feel, that's what's known as freedom. Let them spit it out, but here's the deal. Oh, we ain't gotta believe 'em. You can light it on fire. Go ahead and burn it to the ground. We'll build it even higher. You're never taking us down. Now see, you may not be down, but we learned and you should too. Just because your neighbor's a clown, the business don't belong to you. Just because we can't all be friends, don't mean we gotta be enemies. It doesn't mean you have to pretend that you even agree with me.
Ben's acting like they got some big
While
ass.
you make
You know
things
what it
a
is?
trend, just
Ben's
remember,
acting like
don't
some
tread
big ass,
on
like some
me.
big. I don't know. They want to act all secretive about it. Shit, I didn't know.
You can light it on fire.
Yeah, I know, right?
Go ahead and burn it to the ground. We'll build it even higher. You're never taking us down.
All right. Yeah, there's a
Sound like I hear that
patriotic song. Yeah, right. I do have something I want to talk about, but I do want to acknowledge that Kristen, that's your wife, buddy, she said, happy 21st dating anniversary.
I know. I was. Yeah.
What,
We went
what
on
does
our-
that mean?
We went on our first date on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, did you really?
Hell yeah, man.
Well, that's pretty cool. And this is 21 years later?
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild, bro.
Yeah.
20. Think about that. 21 years, bro.
Making me feel old as shit.
But that's
right now.
dope, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really damn cool, to be honest with you. That's
That's
something
my
to be
girl,
proud
man.
of. No, that's something to be proud of this day
Yeah.
and age. People don't stick
Put
it
up a
out.
lot of shit for me, I promise.
Yeah, no, she probably did. I can only imagine what she put up
She
with.
earned hers, man.
Yeah, she earned her stripes. I got you. I saw this and I thought it was super interesting. Times are changing quickly, and you'd be surprised at things that were common 10 years ago that are almost extinct now. From Reddit, they ask, what has gradually disappeared over the last 10 years without people really noticing?
Smart people. Common sense. I can keep rolling. I can keep
No,
rolling.
yeah, all,
keep
that is
going.
definitely right there on the list. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're exactly. People with sanity. Yeah.
Man, yeah,
People
just a
who
little
identify as normal.
Right.
That's wrong. You can't even say normal anymore. I'm sorry.
Get
That's
canceled.
wrong. No, the first answer, small hardware stores.
That's very true, man. I miss stuff like that. I hate going into freaking Lowe's just needing like a little screw or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I do miss those, man. We used to have one in Conway.
Ownership. It's all about subscriptions now. Yeah, a lot of things are subscription based.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is. 24-hour businesses. Yeah, man,
That was
I get why Walmart did it, but I'm still mad about it. I'm still hot that I can't go in there
I
at 2
know.
in the morning
I
to
used to
shop.
I used to love that, man.
Man, it was time for me to
Yes,
go, man. I'd
yes,
go in there, it wouldn't be
yes,
all that crowded. You get what you need, get
There
the
was
hell out.
always some wild shit going on.
But yeah, and you were always likely to see something good pop off. Yeah, you're right about that. Depending on
I
which
think
Walmart.
that's why they kind of closed them down.
You're probably right.
You can't even go in Waffle Houses 24/7 anymore.
What?
Yeah, like they make you get a to-go order out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
No, you're not.
No,
No, you're not.
I'm positive.
What time do
In
they stop?
Conway's like
What
that.
time
anyway.
can you not
I think
be
after
in-
like 9. I think.
What the?
Yes.
Are you serious,
I'm serious,
bro?
man. Like serious. You cannot sit in Conway.
I can't go to Waffle House at 2 in the morning and sit down
Nope.
and eat my waffle in
Nope.
peace in the Waffle House
Nope.
with a bunch of criminals
Nope.
and ne'er-do-wells who are in a truce zone.
I thought there would be more uproar
Waffle
about
House
this,
is
man.
typically a safe space. Sometimes fights do break out,
Yeah.
but it's a safe space
No,
where cops,
yeah.
criminals, good, bad, everybody can
Everybody's
go
there, man.
and eat together at the watering hole.
Right.
The lions and the antelope
Right.
eat together. You know what I mean? You might go outside and they rob you after. But they're not going to do it while you're in there,
No,
you know, and that
no.
was always the good
Yeah.
time, is I could get in there and hell, I might see anybody in there.
And like the cops would knew everybody was in there was tore down, but they
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
mess with you because you're in there eating.
Yeah, that's right. You're trying to bring the buzz down. You know, I'm trying to eat this
Hey, we
drunk
made
away.
it here, man. Give us a minute, man.
Yeah, let me try to eat this buzz away. Toys and cereal boxes,
Too many kids are eating the damn things, probably.
right? But
But I
probably,
do miss that, man.
man, that used to be all the fun in the world. But
Man.
that they stopped that because they felt like that, and they were right. Big Sugar was using prizes to lure the kids to eat the cereal, you know, and it's true. I
And
mean,
now they just put
oatmeal
cartoons
didn't
all in
put
the
any-
boxes and stuff to draw the kids to it. I
do
mean,
what?
they put all the cartoons stuff to draw the kids to the boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the difference, really?
I don't know if there is any, but a prize is a prize. I
Right,
mean, that's a
right,
toy.
right.
And you always, as a kid, you take a toy
Loved
every
it,
chance
man.
you
Yes.
Look, I would try to get my mom to put money in those stupid quarter machines that spit
the
out.
little
Every time
balls.
you get something, it's almost disappointing
Yeah.
unless it's a rubber ball. Otherwise, you'd put it in and you see all the cool shit on there and you'd put it in and you get some
Never.
dinky little ring that didn't even fit
They
your
have some
finger.
little cool chains or something like that you
Yeah.
think was cool. And
No,
you
you're not
never
getting
get any
that.
of that stuff.
No, you
man.
never get that. No, you get the spider ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Nobody
that.
wanted.
No.
Probably wouldn't fit your pinky.
No. Here's this one is legit. Something that has gradually disappeared in the last 10 years, real customer service rep.
Man.
Man, that is the 100% truth. First of all, getting someone to answer is often tricky at all.
And not being racist, but I want an American talking to me about American products. I'm sorry.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and I know you well enough to know you don't mean it that way.
Yeah,
What you
but
mean is, and it's very true, that sometimes there is a language barrier and an understanding barrier that
Yes.
happens, and it particularly occurs because a lot of calls are outsourced to India.
Right.
And sometimes their brogues are very thick, and sometimes I've had times where I've had to hang up because I needed to call back and get somebody I could understand.
They say, this is Chris. No, this ain't
No,
Chris.
This is Kevin. No, it's not Kevin. This is not Kevin. This is not Kevin. I know it's not that.
No.
So yeah, but moreover, a lot of companies just started outsourcing it or making it where that you can only do it like by chat online or you
It's gonna be
can't
AI.
talk to people.
AI's gonna take that stuff
Yeah,
over,
it
man.
certainly is. Custom ringtones.
I miss the custom ringtones, man, and the custom voicemails.
Can you not add a ringtone to an iPhone or to your phone now?
I don't know. I hadn't
You
done
can't
it
just
so
make
long.
anything be your ringtone?
No, I don't know. I hadn't tried it.
I need to because I tried to I did change my ringtone and it's even worse than the one I had
Mine's
because
horrible
they're
at
all
the
the
moment.
ones in the Apple phone and
Mine's
I hate all of them.
Yeah, mine's about the same.
Yeah.
But I do remember back in the day, like you'd pick out a song, play it in the background, and you'd be like, "This is Chad. Leave a message."
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and it would always be turned up too loud and
Yes.
sound like the speakers were
Distorted and
breaking.
shit, yes.
Yeah, it was terrible when people. I hated that. That's a terrible
You think
trip.
you're the smooth criminal on the phone?
No,
Hey,
you're not. You
drop
just sound
your
like
digits.
a clown, man. Yeah. Yo, it's Smokey G, man. Hit me up. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Reading comprehension and attention spans.
Out the window.
Yeah, thank you, TikTok.
Hooked on phonics. What did not work.
No, man. No. Let me tell you, we had an interesting conversation the other day about grammar and about spelling. And, I didn't have the take somebody might expect because they were like, they can't spell. They can't
Oh,
do this.
man.
And while it is true, look, if you're on social media and you see the letter U instead of YOU, you know what the hell it means.
Man.
You may not like it, but you know what it
Right,
means. Don't be
right.
stupid. You know what that means.
But like these sentences you read and you feel like you just got dumbed down. Like,
Oh, no, you are right about
like
that.
you just lose like brain cells with reading it. You're like,
Yeah.
what the
Well, like
hell?
there's no punctuation, there's
No
no
nothing,
capitals,
man.
it's all run together. Yeah, no, I know.
What
you
is
mean.
this?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is I think that now all of the social medias have like a thing you can spell check, you can
Oh man, I
you
got
can
that.
do
I
all
have
that.
to have that on mine.
Yeah, you can AI it. Hell, just tell AI what you want it to post,
Yes.
and it'll make it sound good for you.
Oh,
You
man.
know,
Yes.
I know it's hard to get AI to make it sound good when your parents are taking you to court over custody of your kids, but I suggest that over what you're posting now. How
Right.
about that? This one is super true. What has slowly disappeared in the past 10 years? Answering phone calls.
Man.
Do you
yes.
answer calls?
I have to because I'm a small business. So,
I
yes.
do as well.
Everyone's potential money, you know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
correct.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I answer them all.
I
and-
call them back, too.
Yeah, and I
Even
do
if
that
it's
as well.
a computer, I'm hanging up, but I'm calling
But a
back.
lot of people don't take. A lot of people are text oriented now. They
No,
don't.
my
They don't want to take calls.
Kids are like that, man.
Yeah, they'd much rather text than
Yeah.
take a call. They get, you know,
My son will text me from his bedroom.
no.
Yes.
No,
I'm like, get your ass in here.
No, you text me from the bedroom, you get nothing. You're gonna get a GIF, and it's not gonna be the GIF you want.
Oh, man.
Or you might get a screenshot of me
Get
looking
your
like
ass
this.
up,
I
man.
might look like this.
Really, bro?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Yeah, really, bro? Are you serious right now? Hey, maybe not a literal pot of gold, but it's St. Patrick's Day, and the Powerball tonight's worth $398 million. That's
Uh-oh.
like a pot of gold.
Hell yeah, you hit that.
Yeah, that means the lucky winner or winners choosing the cash option, sadly, would walk away with just short of $186 million.
Oh,
398 to 186. I mean, that's outrageous.
it is, but
That
that's
is outrageous.
it is, but that's still a payday, man.
No, it's a great payday. I wouldn't be mad to get the payday.
I mean, you say that, but at the end, like some point in your life, you're gonna look back at that and you're gonna be like, man, that really pissed. Like I should have had all that money.
Right. Let's see what people are saying here. Said works with the iPad, so it has to work for the iPhone. That's Joel. Yeah, okay. Well, I need to check today. I mean to do that and figure out if I can, because I don't want to use their ringtones. Tasha said I screen all calls if I don't recognize the number. Too many scam calls.
That's very true nowadays, though.
Yeah. Brandon said it's your day, Patrick. I was named after St. Patrick, believe it or not. I've always celebrated it like it was my personal holiday.
Me
to
too.
Be honest with
I
you.
always, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big, yeah.
You big St. Patty
That's why
fan.
me and my wife, like, I knew her at the time. I was like, we're going out. And she was like, what's tonight? I'm like, it's St. Patrick's Day. She's like, and? I'm like, get your ass in the car. And we had like a whole group of people. And we went out and kicked it.
It's
That's
funny.
what we did every year. Like, it was like our holiday. Me
That's
and my
cool,
brother,
though.
like, we went hard on St. Patrick's Day, man.
It's funny though because it used to be, everybody would look for what was in their lineage and identify.
Oh, yeah.
That was the early identifying.
yeah,
If you want to
yeah,
say
yeah.
identify, right?
Yeah.
Because I know I've always had a special kinship to Ireland because that's where my family's from.
Right,
You know,
right.
my grandparents immigrated here from Ireland.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, my given birth name was Flanagan. That was my last name, Patrick, but John Flanagan. That's as Irish as it gets.
Right.
Yeah. And so I've always kind of identified with that Irish,
Right.
thing. But it's not cool to identify as any nationality now. It's not as cool anymore. Is it?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think that we've always, and people do that, whether it's a sports team, whether it's
Oh, yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
your family ancestry, even if you've never been there,
Right.
you don't know shit about it. But St. Patrick's Day comes up, and I'm Irish as
That
hell.
little bit of Irish
you know what
is
I
gonna
mean?
come out.
It's going to
That
show up.
2%'s gonna be 80% that day.
Yeah, well, I'm a little more than 2%.
I don't know.
but yeah.
I've got some. It's the Wales.
Wales.
Yeah, it's one side. My mom's side of the family is a
Yeah.
Wales. So,
Welsh, they say, I guess.
So I've got some, but not enough to be redheaded and all that. Fun
No, I did not come out
stuff.
with the
Little
red
people.
hair either.
Today's Little People Day, man.
Little People Day. Yeah, right. Yeah. I saw that, as a matter of fact, that people were suggesting we get rid of the leprechaun because it was offensive to little people. I'm
No,
like, it's
man.
a fictional character, man, just like Frodo
You
Baggins.
get rid of the rainbow too?
Yeah.
Oh, I
clearly.
can't say that.
No, you can't get rid of the rainbow. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, it's silly, but I do think it's fun. St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I love St. Patrick's
all the
Day, man.
Irish.
Yes,
and
yes,
Irish
yes.
love to drink, and
Love
that's
to
always
drink,
great.
and that's what makes it a fun holiday, man.
Man, they do too. Now it's different culture, but I think 14 is the drinking age.
Yeah.
To go into a bar and drink beer.
My son went over to like Germany and stuff, and I think it was like 16.
Really?
7 to 8. I think it was 16.
Yeah.
Might be 18, but I think it was 16.
Tasha said, "How did people just change their last names like that? I hear stories like that all the time, that their original name was changed after immigrating here."
I'm fixing to change my name.
Well, my family didn't change their name. In my particular case, my mom divorced my dad, my biological dad, let me put it like that, and remarried, and he adopted me. So I took his name and I was like 4 or 5 when that happened. So I took that name then, and so that's how it happened for me. I'm not sure about other people.
I'm trying to change my name right now.
To what?
That's the whole fight right now.
Yeah.
So I don't like my first name. My first name is Billy, and I hate that, right?
Is it Billy or William?
It's Billy.
Just Billy.
It's named after my donor. So
Okay,
I really,
so
really
she didn't even go William.
No,
She just
man,
went
it's
Billy.
Billy, yeah.
Billy Chad?
So I'm thinking I thought about calling myself the Chad Sledge. I'm a Chad Sledge. And my wife hates all these. Is a
Chad Sledge? Yeah.
And she's like,
She
she
doesn't
all
like
this
any of them.
down. I'm like,
Well,
come
what
on now.
difference does it make? You don't go by that name
That's
anyway.
what I
It's just
tell her.
for fun.
So I'm like, what about just doing an initial, kind of like Prince?
You know what you could do? You remember, I don't know, I'm not sure you're old enough, but you remember when George Bush and Al Gore ran for office?
Yeah, man.
You could be hanging Chad Sledge.
Oh no, man, I hated that, man.
You'd
In
be the
school,
hanging
yeah,
Chad.
no.
Did you get a lot of that?
Yes, I hated that.
Oh,
whole
did
time.
you?
Yes.
Why did you hate it? I'd be like, that's right, I am hanging Chad.
You just don't hear that name that much. You just don't hear the word Chad, and it was like hanging Chad. I was just like,
Oh, how did my name get associated
but-
with this negativity?
I'm like, come on now. At school, everybody called me Wick when I was younger. Chadwick.
Chadwick,
That's
yeah.
what the teachers would call me. Chadwick.
Yeah, Brandon said bad Chad Sledge.
Bad Chad.
That's a pretty good one, bad Chad Sledge. I like that, actually. That's pretty good.
Patrick called me C Note the other day.
C Note.
Change it to C Note.
Yeah, that's a good one. C Note Chad Sledge. I do like that too, man. We could, you know what? We need everybody to participate. Chad needs a new
I need
first
a first name, man.
He needs
Y'all
a new
help me
first
out.
name.
My wife will not
We
approve
need
of
something
mine.
clever to go with Chad Sledge. He needs a first name to replace Billy.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, please, yeah. It's not going to be like, Yam Bag Chad Sledge. We're not doing that. So, Little Doggy said, I always wanted MF as a middle name.
Right?
Yeah, that would be a good one too. But I don't think legally you can change it to
This MF Chad Sledge.
Mother Chad Sledge. That would be cool if you
be
could
awesome.
just change it to just
They
the
call
full
you out-
word.
they
The
call
full
you
word.
out in DMV. Is there Chad Sledge? You're like, that's me.
Yeah, Tasha says Zachariah Chad Sledge.
Zachariah.
That's a super trendy name now. That's for sure. Little Doggy said suggest maybe Chad becomes your first name, and you
That's
put a
what
new
my
middle
wife.
name.
Yeah, that's what my wife says.
And
too.
he said Chad MF and Sledge.
There you go.
MF apostrophe
There
N.
you go, man. I like the way you think, my man.
You see, that's a good one. A Chad, MF, and Sledge. See, that would be awesome to be able to sign that. Or can you imagine telling people, what's your middle name? MF apostrophe N?
I would go by my middle name all the time then. Yeah?
MF and Sledge. That's right, I'm MF. MFing. That could be great. That could be a lot of fun, man. Yeah, people come up to the Pearson studio. What's up,
That
MFing?
mother here.
Yeah,
I'm
I want
right
to talk
here.
to that mother.
I'm that mother
Yeah,
right here.
you are that. You could be Chad, that MFing Sledge. Yeah, no, this is great, man. I think this is great.
Man.
This is great. I do like that. So, people, please keep contributing name ideas. He needs some help here, right? I like this idea of moving to the middle name. I think that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you could be Chad. No, you couldn't be hanging Chad. Okay, never mind. I was thinking you could, but I guess not. All right. Let's do this real quick, shall we?
You know what, as a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when
somebody dies and they don't have a will, and the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice, and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com. Reedfirm.com, or give them a call, 777-7333. We are back. We are back. So as we talked about earlier, and listen, if you didn't hear, we've got a March Madness bracket. It's on our Facebook page, also on my personal Facebook page. I'm sure it's on Chad's Facebook page.
You can go to the ESPN app, and when you pick your app or your team, you can just join a group, put in Patrick and the people.
Put in Patrick and the people, and pull right up. All right, so join it that way. Join us and have some fun. Chad's putting up a 20 bone. I'm going to match that in some swag that we've got here.
Some cool stuff.
And who knows, it may grow over the next 24 hours to a bigger prize than that. We'll see. But here's what you do need to know. March Madness does begin with this week. And it says with it, the potential for the economy to lose billions of dollars.
No, make more, I would think, man.
A recent survey by Sports Betting and Media Brand Action Network predicts March Madness could cause the economy to lose $20 billion in lost productivity. That comes in a number of forms, from being distracted while on the clock to 40% of respondents who admit to calling in sick to watch a game. The tournament runs March 19th to April 6th.
That's one good thing about having your own business. Like, I keep a television in the back.
So you can watch anything.
Yeah, I'm watching the games, like football games on Saturdays and stuff like that. I always have that stuff going in the back, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's probably cool for the people who come to get pierced.
Well, it's in my office. I need to bring I used to have one in my piercing bag. I need to put another one up in my piercing bag because it sucks when you're really watching a game. But you don't really want to be watching a game when you're piercing somebody.
Yes, that's right. That probably makes sense. They probably don't want you to either. I kind of understand.
I get a little involved in the game, so I'm kind of glad they're back there.
You're
you know
yelling,
what I'm
"Come on!"
Yeah, you pierce somebody.
You're trying to pierce their nose. So now, listen, I don't know exactly how it works, but typically if somebody comes in for a piercing, do you have to go through like disclaimers or make them watch anything?
No,
what do you got to do?
I feel like they need to watch something sometimes. They have to fill out paperwork for the state.
Oh, okay.
They're like an ID, fill out some stuff just saying, like, if I take pictures, I can use it for my social media.
Yeah.
And just pretty much signing their life away, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much signing their life away. But they don't have to watch like you don't have to do a safety
I'm surprised
briefing.
the state don't do that, but no.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a pretty quick transaction.
Right. I mean, we have an age limit, so I mean, you got to be at least 16
No,
years
but I'm
old
saying
at most.
it takes longer for people to fill that out, talk to you, than it does. The piercing takes 30 seconds.
It depends on the piercing. Like, some stuff you have to really sit there and get the placement all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
right. Oh, okay. I see.
Some of that stuff takes longer than the actual piercing. Setting, like,
so the metrics of it,
prepping the area and getting everything marked to show them where it's going to go and actually look legit to them and stuff like that. That can take some time sometimes.
Yeah. Do people sometimes come in, they're like, I want something, I just don't know what?
Oh, yes. And we do consultations. Like, sometimes I'll just clean a girl's ear and just go to putting little dots on her ear.
Yeah.
And like, this will work, this will work, this will work, this will work. And then I'll be like, okay, I want this one.
Oh, okay. So
we do
sometimes
stuff
you see
like
that.
that. Mm-hmm.
What about, like, for example, a nipple piercing, do you sit there and go, well, you can do a barbell, you can do this, you can do that, or is there only one thing you can
I've
do?
got standard jewelry for most stuff. Most time it's like straight bars. I don't try not to pierce with like hoops and stuff like that.
Now, I know if you get your nose pierced, because Laura has hers, that it's 6 months that
Right.
you need to keep that initial piercing
6 to 8, yeah.
so that it will stay open and it won't
Yes.
close up immediately when you take it out because
Fully
it's
healed.
cartilage, right?
Fully healed and establishes what we call a wormhole. So like
Right.
when you start taking it out and stuff, that hole will stay.
Is it the same with the nipple?
That's like leaving it in and stuff like that.
Yeah, for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean they do tend to close up on ladies and stuff like that. A lot of people don't think about it. You take your piercing out and you get sick or something like that, and you take some antibiotics and stuff like that. It will close the piercing hole.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's healing the
Yes,
body.
yes, yes.
Oh, that's
I've
wild, man.
seen stuff like that happen before for sure.
Yeah, that's
Especially like
pretty
little
wild.
kids, like healing up, and they have like an ear infection. They take their piercings out and they start taking antibiotics, and it closes
I was
the
so
hole.
stupid when I was a kid, man, because I was 16 or 17, I think, when I got my ears pierced, and it would grow over, and I would go back and just poke it back through, just to push it right through
Right.
again, and I'd get my ear infected 2 or 3 times doing that stupid shit.
I had a college girl the other day. FaceTime her mom was doing that, and she passed out, like fell on the ground.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And her
bro?
mom was screaming like, "Are you okay?" And she finally woke up and she was like, "I just passed out."
She was on the phone?
Yeah, I had a guy in his 20s come in. I pierced his ear. He was with his girlfriend. I thought he was gonna pass out. Like he turned white. Like
Yeah.
yeah. I felt bad for him.
It's not a good look with your girl
No, man,
there.
I pierced like 5-year-olds and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm
Come
saying.
on,
It's
bro.
not a good look when you're
Man
nearly
up a
going to
little
faint
bit,
over
man.
that piercing, man.
Oh man,
Let me ask you, if you go somewhere and let's say you're going to the doctor and you get a shot, right?
it sucked, and it's always somebody I pierce.
Are you going to look when they give you the shot, or do you look away?
It's usually somebody I pierce, and they're making fun of me because I don't like being on that end of it.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, this is different, ain't it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, it's different."
So do you need to look away,
Yeah, no,
or
I
do you
don't-
need to look
I'm
at
not-
it to see what's happening?
Sometimes if it's in the arm, I watch it, but in my butt or something, I'm not sitting
Well,
back
you
there
can't
trying to
do,
watch
obviously.
that. I'm
You
like,
can't watch
no.
your. I didn't know you're getting a lot of shots there.
I got one, man, that hurt, man. Rocephin or something like that. That shit dropped
Yeah.
my ass, man.
Man, there are some shots that you get, and they'll burn the hell out of you.
Ooh, that was a bad one, man.
What was that for, like chlamydia?
No. I do have a piercing story from this weekend, though. It's a horrible one.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yes.
Oh, well, tell me.
out of-
I
this
want to
is
hear
my
this.
13th year, right?
Yeah.
And everybody asks me, like, what's the worst thing? And I've never really, I got kicked in the nuts one time doing a tongue piercing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's like my worst
On purpose,
story.
or somebody
this girl
just-
freaked out and she brought her leg up and she just
Oh,
kneed me
okay.
in my nuts. But this kid the other day, man, I was doing a septum piercing on him. And like, when you're gonna sneeze, like, give me a warning.
Mm-hmm.
This dude didn't give me no warning, no nothing.
Hold on. He's on the table
Yeah, he's looking like face to face, like he's
with you.
Yes,
He's right into
he's
your face.
right here, man. And he sneezed, and he didn't turn his head. He didn't put his hand up. He straight up sneezed, and
In
like,
your face.
and mucus sprays my face.
Bro,
Dude, I started shaking.
bro, how did you not
Dude,
lose your S?
dude.
I would have, man,
I had to
that's,
go back in the office. I called my wife, and I was still shaking. She's like, obviously, you're still mad. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm calm down. She's like, no, you're not.
no, you're not. No, you're not. You're still
I'm
mad.
like, that's equivalent to somebody just spitting in my
That's
face.
way
man.
worse than that.
I'm like,
Honestly, it's way worse. Now, it may have been an accident, but that's just booger shot.
and
You
dude's
just
like,
got a snot
I'm
rocket
gonna
plastered
tip,
on
I'm gonna tip you really good. And he's just,
Yeah, you damn sure are.
he gave me a
I-
$10 tip.
Man, suck a fat one, bitch.
I'm like,
Sorry,
you just-
that's wrong. I
you just
apologize.
Spit in my face, dog. Like,
I mean,
oh, that was a tough one, man.
no, that's it. First of all, the germs.
Yes.
Second of all, the germs in my mouth now, in my eyeballs. I don't know what you got. Come on, man.
That man.
Oh no, that's.
Right now thinking about
Hey, how does he not know it's coming and just cover his mouth real
Like,
quick?
turn your head or
Turn
something,
your
bro,
head.
man. Like, tell me, hey, I'm fixing to sneeze. Let me stop what I'm
And
doing.
he's going to
Turn
tip
your
you real
head.
good and he hit you with a tenner.
$10.
Man, get out of here, player. Don't come back. I'll remember you. Snotty.
Yeah,
Brandon said, bad Chad, can I get some nipple hoops?
come see me.
Tasha said, my daughter's driving me crazy to come get a piercing by Chad. She has 2 more months.
Till she's 16, probably.
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah.
Look out when she turns 16.
She ready to get the piercing. Tasha said, I guess I could be a piercer. I love drawing blood and giving shots, and my patients always say how gentle I am. You probably
Might
could
could,
be.
man.
Honestly, you probably could be.
If you can stick people with needles, man, that's 90% of it, man.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I remember, God, when was this? Man, I must have been in my 20s, but I made the school, I know the school got mad at me, but I got into the respiratory therapist school, respiratory therapist
Right.
course, and I was going to take it, and then someone started talking to me more about it, and I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. I do not want to do that all day. Try to force people to cough up phlegm
Right,
and mucus
right.
and suck it out of
Breathing
them. And I was
treatments.
just like,
Yeah.
man, maybe this isn't for me. But the school was not happy about it. But I thought about doing nursing, but I was like, I don't want to give shots. I don't want to draw blood. I don't want to do any of that.
It's weird being a guy nurse. I'm sorry. That's just
Why is it weird?
it's just weird.
They get paid big bucks.
No, but
bro.
if you're a guy,
There's so few of them. I say there's
that-
not so few, but there's many more now.
nowadays there is.
Yeah.
But when we were growing up, the nurses
No.
were the girls and the
For
doctors
sure.
were guys. That's
Well, that was
how I
yeah.
seen it as a little kid, anyways.
Yes, that is correct, and now it's 2025,
Right,
Chad,
right,
and women
right.
get to vote and all kinds of
I'm
shit.
talking about how I seen it as a kid.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like
man. I'm just giving you a hard time.
You always had a nice nurse.
Yeah.
And she was a lady. Then your mean doctor was a guy usually.
You're right. No, you are right about that. I will say this much: doctors, and they have to because they charge you so much, but they've become much more service oriented. Because when I was a kid, I go see the doctor. He was about as personal as this board.
Yeah.
He didn't give 2 shits, man.
I remember mine from back in the day. His name was Poindexter.
Mine was Izzard.
Man.
Dr. Izzard, and I think he was a veterinarian. But I remember going in for I used to have a problem with ingrown toenails when I was a kid. And so I went in and he said, all right, I'm going to have to give you a shot in your toe. You got a wallet? And I was like, yeah. He goes, why don't you bite down on it? Man, listen here. That ain't the way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Doc. You make me bite on my wallet? It hurt like hell, too, by the way.
Imagine your toe.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, it's like stumping your toe or something.
Man, it was not good.
Oh.
But better than him pulling the nail without it.
Have you ever went in for stitches?
Yeah.
And they sit there and I'd rather them just give me the stitches. They start at the top and just pop, 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 and get on them shots, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, just put the damn stitches in.
No,
man.
the worst. I've told the story before, but the worst was when I cut the end of my finger off.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
saw.
Of course you've had staples.
Yeah, and so when I went to the hospital, they said the doctor said, "Man, there's nothing to sew. It's mutilated. It's gone. I mean, what is gone? That's when he told me. But it'll grow back." And
So
I was
did they cap it
like,
over?
"Are you insane? Stop talking to me like
Did
that."
they take the flap and like cap it or something?
No,
there
it
no
was
flap?
gone.
There
I mean,
was
there was
nothing.
just nothing. It was
That's
gone.
wild.
I mean, there was some loose little meat flap.
Did you see your bone?
I did not see my bone. It was very close to that. But where I was going was that, so the nurse comes in to look at it before the doctor, right?
Right.
And she goes, well, let's take a look. And she goes, okay, so I know you're not going to like it, but I need to deaden this so we can clean it. And I'm like, okay. She goes, so it's going to get worse before it gets better. I said,
Right.
I just cut my finger. How's it get worse? Okay, I just literally lopped my finger off in a saw. How does it get worse? And I had no clue.
Seemed to figure out.
She showed me how it got worse. She said, I'm going to give you 3 shots. She said, I'm going to try to do it very quickly. I'm going to get one in the top and then one on each side. And I already had something in my mouth to bite down on. And as soon as that top one went in, whatever was in my mouth, I was like, it ain't going to hold much longer. When she come in that left side, the washcloth that I had fell out of my mouth. She came in the right side and the needles touched the tip somehow. And so it vibrated in my, and I just went, "Ah!" Well, I know everyone in the lobby was like, hey, we got to leave. We got to go. Oh, my God, it hurt so bad, man. And then, sure enough, they were going to come back in 30 minutes or, and take me for whatever, And she came back and she said, oh, it looks like it wore off. We're going to have to give you another. I said, no, you're not.
Do your stuff.
You clean it as best you can clean it as it is. We're not doing any more shots. You're done with needles. There aren't any more of them coming into me. We are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did not like that. But I had to chase her ass and find her. She was out eating at the damn nurse's station. Oh, nobody's been in there. You know you ain't been in here.
God.
Stop it. But, yeah, that's why I don't
So
like
I hate going to emergency room.
Yeah, Tasha said shots and open wounds are the worst. It is.
Yes.
It is. Most of the time, I will say the only time I've ever had something like that where it was good, I was like, thank you for doing that, was when I broke my knee. And when I broke my knee, it swelled up the size of a softball. And the pressure, I couldn't even bend my leg.
yeah,
The pressure
I get that.
was unbelievable. Like it was unbearable nearly, And so I went to the orthopedic clinic and he said, yeah, I'm going to have to drain your knee. And when he came, man, he brought a needle out, bro.
Big
Oh
son of a
my
bitch.
God. It looked like a straw almost.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
like,
they got to drain.
it scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh my God, that's going to hurt so bad. But it did. I believe it or not, I never felt anything but relief.
That's what he said. You felt so much relief. You
Man,
didn't feel the pain.
as soon as that thing went in, he go, and he did it. I think he pulled 4 full draws of stuff out. And everyone, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Because it was the pressure that hurt more than anything, I think. Man.
Yeah.
Have you ever broken something like that?
No.
No? No broken bones?
No broken bones, man.
What are you talking about?
Never broken
None?
bones. No.
Serious?
Seriously.
How?
I don't know, but I never did, man.
Especially growing up the way you
Car
did. How did you?
wrecks, all kinds of crazy shit. Fights, like never broke a bone. Like never went to
Did you ever get stabbed?
fingers. No.
Shot?
I got a knife pulled on me, but never like stabbed. or
Yeah,
anything
I've
like
had a
that.
knife pulled
Yeah.
on me, but I never got.
That sucks, man.
Having a knife pulled on you?
Like being stabbed. I think that would like.
Oh no,
That's gotta be like a horrible pain, man. Like,
yeah, no, that's the one that gets me. The old Jason Voorhees knife one. That's the one that I
man,
can't
like,
imagine how
I
hot
know
and
getting
painful
shot
that is.
like sucks, but like a knife, like I think that would really hurt more
I
than
think
people.
to me that's I would almost, unless it's point blank range, I'd
Especially
rather
like
be
when
shot than
double
stabbed.
bladed where they get you and they pull it out and they get
Oh
you twice.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no.
But no broken bones.
That's wild. That I've broken my knee. I've broken now my ribs. I've broken an arm. I've broken an ankle. Broken a toe. I've broken at least one finger. I'm trying to think what else I've broken. There's got to be something else I'm not thinking of. Yeah, I've had a few of them. I might be somewhat clumsy at times.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Hey, asshole. You have to jump in on the bandwagon there, you dick.
So
That's hilarious.
how did you break your knee? I forget the story.
Embarrassingly is how I broke it. I was in Saline County, right by Saline Memorial, ironically. There's a daycare there, still there. They had a real big metal sign way up, a sign that, well, the frame was metal. The sign was a painted sign, but they were getting their sign repainted, so they wanted the metal refinished. And, I said, I can do that, which was a bag. A lot of things I've done before, I just say, I can do that. And then you get about a quarter way in and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. This is one of those moments, But so this sign is up there far enough that I had an extension ladder fully extended. And so it's leaned against it, of course. And there's no safety strap, which there should have been. I didn't know that. And I knew because I was standing on the third to top rung. And but I'm above the rungs because I'm brushing this stripper on that gets all the paint off of this metal, right? And I feel it start to slide, and I look down and I realize I can't catch it in time. And so that ladder rode 30 feet down. And I thought, well, I can either jump or I can ride it. And so I thought jumping was a bad idea for me. And I rode it, and when it hit, this knee hit it, boom. And first of all, the lady who owned it, she was in the window looking when I fell. And she comes running out. So what happens? Pride immediately.
You try to
kicks in.
jump up.
I did. I jumped in. I'm good. I said, I just need to wash my hands. Is that okay? And she's like, yeah. So I literally washed my hands, put the ladder back up, climbed back up, and started working again. About 20 minutes later, I was like, I'm going to have to go home. And so I asked the lady, I said, would it be okay if I came back tomorrow? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. I think she was worried I would sue her.
Right.
I didn't know I could have. Maybe I should have, but it really was my own fault. So I'm not going to sue someone over my fault. But anyway, so my car at the time was an Eagle Talon, like a Mitsubishi Eclipse,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and it was a stick shift. And so,
Oh, driving home.
right. So
Oh, good.
I'm literally, when I tell you, I am next door I could have walked to the hospital. But I said, well, I need to go home. I got in my car. I made it a mile and I had to pull over and call somebody because I could not shift the gear anymore. My leg would no longer bend. So, yeah, that's how I broke it. And then again, I went to Saline Memorial. Once again, I will tell you, I will take a 24-hour veterinarian. I went to Saline Memorial, and the doctor goes, yeah, he did an x-ray. No, it's not broke. I said, Doc, listen, I've broken enough bones in my body. I know when something's broken. I'm telling you it's broken. It's absolute. There's no doubt in my mind it's broken. And he goes, yeah, no, if it is, they'll call you in the morning, the x-ray tech. Sure enough, 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah, the phone rings. Mr. Beam, are you calling to tell me my knee's broken? Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew Dr. Doolittle down
That's
there.
how they did my brother's arm, too. They told it the next morning.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. They do like that.
Yeah.
That was back in the day, too, though.
Yeah. Well,
I guess.
yeah, and service is better with doctors now. You pay a lot more, but the service is better. Yeah. The results are better. It's a lot less trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right. Let's do this real quick if we could, if you don't mind. I just want to mention that if you're looking for carpet cleaning, if you think your carpet's done for, got tough stains, go to A to Z Carpet Pros. Man, they're local and they get really good results. Look, you can get 4 areas for $119, 3 areas for $99. So that's 3 rooms, $99, 4 for $119. Now listen, these guys are much better than if you rent the Rug Doctor. If you rent the Rug Doctor, you can run that thing. You may never get where you're trying to go. These guys come in and will make your carpet look amazing, and they'll give you a free estimate. It's 765-5612, 765-5612, or go to A to Z carpetpros.com. All right, let's see. I think I got one more song here before we get into the last part of the day. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this one is just a damn song. All right, here we go now.
Just hanging out, having a drink, ain't doing nothing in the world. Talking to Steve and my boy Pink, and in the door walks this girl. Ain't said a word, but ain't nothing quiet about you. This sounds crazy as hell, I know. I'm already thinking rendezvous. At the bar, your eyes meet mine. There's no way I'm not caught. Even down to how you hold your wine. Whatever is what you got. What you got. What you got. What am I supposed to do? Was it coincidence or more? Damn it, I just wanna talk to you. I just need to come up with what for. I asked my buddies, they think they're way too many beers in. But I still need one more drink before I look at you again. At the bar, your eyes meet mine. There's no way I'm not calm. Even down to how you hold your wine. Whatever is what you got. What you got. What you Empty my glass, set it down. I just made up my mind. If your water I already drowned, there's no regrets I'm leaving behind. At the bar, your eyes meet mine. There's no way I'm not caught. Even down to how you hold your wine. Whatever is what you got. It's what you got. What you got. It's what you got. What you got. Down, baby, I'm telling you. Down, baby, I'm telling you. Whatever is what you got.
All right, we are back again. And real quick, let me mention that you guys already know I'm a real estate agent. And
Best.
well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Helped a couple get a house this weekend. It was
Seen
really
that, man.
exciting. Yeah, man, super exciting.
I
to do
see you
that.
like every weekend, at least one or two of them pictures up there. Right?
Yeah, man.
Doing the pose.
It is cool, man. Helping people. And this couple that I posted, they were a first-time home buyer. And it was one of those really unique situations where we had 3 different homes that she got under contract, actually. And the first 2 just were very, very difficult to deal with as far as some of the repair issues, because that's something that as a buyer you may not know. Let's say that you're buying a house, you get an inspection, right?
Right.
And there are things wrong. Well, at that point you come back and you negotiate that.
Right, right.
You go, okay, so I want you to fix these items. Sometimes the items aren't that big.
Right.
But sometimes they are.
Yes.
And sometimes, you'll have a seller who's already dropped the price of their house, and they're like, yeah, I'm not going to give
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean, yeah.
You're buying it like that. And it was a couple of those where we got into back and forth, and I just told them, let's find another house.
Right.
Don't put yourself in jeopardy. And she trusted me. And I know she was very disheartened after the second one, but it turns out that the third one, which she bought, was her favorite of all of them. She's absolutely thrilled. She got a much bigger, nicer, more beautiful home with almost no work needing to be done.
Awesome.
And the little bit of work that did need to be done, they did it. And but it's important that an agent fights for you.
Yes.
You want someone that's
Not
going
just gonna roll over.
yeah, and give you the right input when it's time to cut bait and go find something better.
Right.
I got another guy who called me yesterday. He was wanting to look at foreclosures, and let me just tell you something about that. Foreclosures, unless you're going to buy a shit ton of houses because you're an investor, are a waste of time. And here's why. When you buy a foreclosure, even though it seems cheaper or it's a foreclosure auction, what happens is you get hit with a bunch of fees, a bunch of costs, a bunch of other things. You don't get the same type of inspections. You don't get any of that stuff. So it's a real wild card to even buy one, and it's very expensive. So this guy, I said, listen, we can do that if you want to look at those. I said, but what's your budget? I bet I can find something that's in your budget that's in better condition,
Right.
and a better value for you. And sure enough, boom, we found it. you know. Had a guy yesterday too, I'm about to list a house. Well, if it's not sold before it's listed, I've got 3 people asking, but I've been working with him for about 7 months now. He finally, his renter's moving out, and, you know, went over there to look at what needs to be done to the house. And now, you know, I'll talk to the buyers and negotiate with them and go, okay, so we can do this, or you can take it this way. But I'll give them an option. I'll be like, we can fix everything,
Right.
or you can save money and do it yourself. What do you prefer? You know, and if we fix it, you know, I always put a home warranty on a home.
Right. Yeah.
It's just good to have.
Yes.
But where I was going is the number one thing you're going to need is a lender. And if you're looking for a lender, look, there are lots of lenders out there, man. I mean, a lot of them. And so, and there's many good ones. But I'll tell you why I like Josh Taylor at First Horizon. Hey, you've met him on the show before. He's super nice,
Yes.
super cool people.
Yes.
All right, so he's real laid back. You don't feel like you're in the principal's office. Sometimes it feels like that when you're talking to finance people.
Right.
At least for me it does. I don't know about everybody.
yeah.
But the other thing, though, that I really love about Josh and First Horizon is they're a local bank and they have grants that no one else has. So as a first-time buyer, if you're a first responder, if you're a professional like a lawyer, a doctor, someone like that, or if you are buying in a minority census tract and lower income, you can get grants up to $9,000. That's a grant. It's not like loan stuff. It's just
Right.
free money
Yeah.
you can use for your down payment or closing costs or things like that. And that's that's really big.
Yeah.
Also, they have 100% loans, which is where basically they call it 100%, but you get into a house for $500. You know, that's a hell of a deal,
Hell
right?
yeah, it is.
All right, so these are some of the deals that Josh has at First Horizon. Now, you're like, well, how do I get a hold of Josh? Well, let me tell you, 351-2579. It's 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at First Horizon Mortgage. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. He's very good people. He'll take very good care of you. All right, before we go, we do need to do this today.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny.
Well, it could be funny at times. Some of these may or may not be funny. Let's take a look at them because I've got a few of them today for us. Lots of news that's tough here. Okay, so let's just start in New York. New York City police are hunting for a suspect who set a man on fire in the middle of Times Square Sunday in a gruesome attack that echoed that subway attack earlier this year. The 45-year-old victim who survived was in the Midtown Manhattan tourist attraction about 4 a.m. when he was attacked. Firefighters worked with police to extinguish the flames, and the severely burned victim was taken to the hospital. He said he was approached by a guy who lit him on fire after throwing gasoline on him or lighter fluid. It was one or the other. And witnesses told police they saw the man on fire but didn't see the attack itself. They're now searching for the suspect. They do have some footage, and they believe the attacker may have known the victim. So they don't know the motive of it, but
At least, I mean, I know it's not good, but at least it wasn't just some random just go up and throw gas. You know what I'm saying?
like there's some random killer,
Yeah.
just a serial killer type
That's
thing. Like
wild,
maybe he was
man.
just pissed off.
Yeah.
You got to be real pissed off to
throw some
light somebody
gas
on fire.
Yeah, man.
That's like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Georgia. Now, you know, we talked a little bit about dental stuff earlier, but you expect your dentist to be an upstanding person, right? I mean, you would think. A dentist practicing in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, accused of fatally shooting her boyfriend in Gainesville, north of Atlanta. They've charged Dr. Susan Miracle, 61, with murder, tampering with evidence, aggravated assault. Authorities responded to the home at about 1:15 in the morning. Deputies located an unresponsive man, later identified as 68-year-old David Barron, in a bedroom. He was shot in the torso. Officials took him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. The two were in a relationship, lived together in the residence. She was at home when the deputies got there. She owns a dental practice in the wealthy coastal town of St. Simon, so she's super rich. She has a 4.8 rating on Google, 180 reviews. The slogan is "Anything is possible with a miracle." I guess she pronounced her name Miracle. Okay. Said, "I miss seeing Suzanne, but there was a super nice male doctor there. He gave me options for fixing her front tooth." Why the hell are they saying that? I don't know what that is. But so what's the motive for this? Well, they don't know. The case is still under investigation. But needless to say, she smoked his ass in the house, you know. So, yeah, don't piss that dentist off.
No.
Make your payments.
Yes.
This was horrible. A fire broke out in a nightclub in North Macedonia Sunday, killing dozens, injuring more than 150.
Wow.
So what happened? Well, pyrotechnic devices sparked the fire at 2 in the morning during a concert by a local pop group at the Pulse nightclub. Same name as the one in Florida.
That's what I was just fixing to say.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. The ensuing chaos left 59 dead, 155 injured, including 20 critically from burns, smoke inhalation, and being trampled as people were running out.
So if you're gonna open a club, don't call it Pulse.
Yeah, maybe that's that's definitely the takeaway from this. Yeah.
Man.
No, you're right about that. No, that's correct. That is the takeaway. Don't name it Pulse, and then you'll be better off. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see what we got here. I got another one. I think we did that one, so let me hold on one second here. I got another one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin's wife, Victoria, arrested on charges of soliciting to commit murder, conspiring to commit murder. Representative for Clark County in Nevada, Victoria, who'd been married to the reality TV star since 2022, arrested and charged. She's being held on a $100,000 bail. She'd been messaging an inmate in Florida, a prison. She's messaging an inmate in a
OG
Florida prison.
Like an OG. Do you hear his rap sheet? Like he's an OG. Like he's.
But think about this. You want to murder your husband.
Yeah.
You want to hire someone to murder him. Why would you send an email to a prison that probably looks at everything they get?
Right, and he's in prison because he did something wrong. He didn't get away with it. So his track record's not the best.
That's a bad bet, right? Police said she had been messaging the inmate for a possible murder for hire plot. Am I a bad person because I chose to end its existence, not divorce? That's what she asked in the text. Yes, you are. You're a horrible person. She allegedly denied plotting to have her husband killed and wanting him dead. She told law enforcement she had no recollection of sending the messages. That's right. The AI did it.
Yeah.
She said the money was exchanged for cell phones. Come on. Stop the bullshit. You did it. Okay?
So is he a ghost now?
No, he didn't get killed.
Right, but not. She thinks he's dead, but he's not. Is that not considered a ghost?
He's ghosted in her life. Yeah, he's a ghost now to her. I damn sure would become a ghost. You tried to get me killed. I don't trust you might try again.
Man, so she didn't get in trouble like they're saying.
Oh no, she's definitely going to prison.
Okay, I thought they were saying that she didn't like.
Hell no, she's going to the penitentiary for a very, very long time. Yeah, yes, she. All right, let's. I think I might have one more. Let me look here. Yeah. A deranged driver opened fire on a 15-year-old boy and a woman in broad daylight on a road rage incident. Footage shows the suspect, who is yet to be identified, pulled over and leaned in and shot several times, shooting the woman in the chest. Man, that's how bad is Look, I get it. Road rage pisses you off. I
Right.
mean, I've been there many times. I mean, I'm one of those people who, I'm gonna, if you do something stupid, you won't know it unless you look behind you and see me. But I'm probably cursing.
I got a bad one, man.
Yeah, I'm probably cursing you, right?
Me and Haywood, one time when we were young, we were probably like 17. We were messing with this guy behind us. And we kept brake checking him and stuff like that. He was getting mad. He was jumping all around his window. We were just cracking up because we said, this guy going crazy. Well, I was driving. Haywood's like, he's out the sunroof, like aiming back at the guy, like really amping this guy up. Well, we leave the stoplight, and he's like, oh, shit. And I was like, what? This dude's got a shotgun in the back seat.
What?
Yes. And he's reaching like this. And I'm like, what's he? And he's like, he's got a gun. And I'm like, no, he don't. And he comes like this, and he's got a full-out 12 gauge.
So now what? Hold on. Back up a second here. Let's back this train up. What were you guys doing?
Like, we were, like, it started out, the light turned green. Mm-hmm. And I was doing something, and I didn't go right away. So he honked the horn.
Okay.
Well, when he did that, I stopped and let the light turn red. Like, we
Oh,
sat
you
through a
just
whole
sat
thing,
there.
right? And he's getting so mad, like he's bouncing around in the back.
Yeah.
Well, Haywood goes out the sunroof and turns around and starts talking shit, amping you
Okay,
up more.
so he didn't have a weapon or anything.
Not
He's
at
just,
this point.
He's just taunting the guy.
Yeah, well, at this point, the guy reaches like this, and I think he's going to grab like something out of the back and throw it at my girlfriend's, at the time, car.
Yeah.
No, he pulls out the shotgun.
A shotty, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like trying to get it. I'm just like, oh shit.
You took off?
Yeah, I took off, and he was like, no. I'm like, hell no, sit down and shut up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not trying to die today for this, No, I had a similar, not quite the same, but similar.
People get crazy in traffic.
And I was driving a piece of shit Chevette, which you can't outrun people in a Chevette. And not only that, it was me with 3 friends in my Chevette.
you're
So
weighed down.
I'm weighed down already, and I was going up Reynolds Road in Bryant, and this guy in a big truck came up behind me. Well, look, if you've ever driven down Reynolds Road in Bryant, you know that Bryant loves to give speeding tickets.
Oh, yes.
They've always loved it,
Yes.
and especially in the 80s. Bro, I swear to God, if you were 26 and a 25, you're getting a ticket, man. So I would not speed on Reynolds Road because I'd already gotten a couple tickets. I learned my lesson.
Right.
And this guy is up on my bumper, and finally, when he goes around, to speed around me, I just give him the old one-finger salute, right? And just shot it. This dude slams his brakes on, right?
No.
And he's in front of me now, so now I have to swerve, and I take a left and go into this neighborhood, and I know where the neighborhood. But he followed, and he's chasing me now. I got my friends in the car. We're freaking out. We're stoned, to be honest with you, and the Chevette is giving everything it's got, but the dilithium crystals aren't going to hold up much longer. You know all that shit, right? And so I have the idea I'm just going to drive up to the police station. And that's what I did. I pulled into the police station parking lot. When he pulled up behind me in the police station parking lot and got out of his truck,
Oh, you knew he was a gangster.
I was like, oh no. And so I'm sitting there, and I don't even know why I stayed. Why didn't just drive off?
Right.
He's out of his car. Just drive off. He'll never make it back to his car in time to catch you.
Oh.
But I didn't. And I'm just like, I'm at the police station. This is probably the safest place to be. So when he walked up, I cracked the window like that. And he says to me, and listen, let me give you a warning right now. I've never said it fully out loud, what he said to me, but I'm going to say it, and there's curse words in it, all right? This guy said, you long hair, earring wearing, faggot, communist, pico, fuck stick. I will murder you right now. That's what he said. I am 17 years old, man. I've never even heard those words put together in a sentence. Even with my dad, I was like, I can't believe I'm hearing this right now, He said, I will kill you. And that's when I said, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that was my
Was
life.
there even cops walking around? Or
Oh, man, they weren't anywhere nobody came out of the building. Nobody drove up, nothing, man. And I was
man.
like, this guy's going to murder me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to die in a Chevette with my friend stoned as hell.
You know that happened in Conway? There was a road rage incident, and the guy drove to the Conway Police Department, and the guy followed him and got out of the car and he shot him.
Really?
Yeah, and they have it on
At
video.
the PD?
Yes, in Conway.
You know you're going to go.
Yes.
That's when
Next
people,
to Cajun Brothers, right there, man.
when people lose control of their emotions like that, where that something so simple
Yeah, cost you your
as
life.
a traffic thing.
What they say, 20 seconds cost you 20 years.
Yeah. It's just, I get aggravated, but I've never been aggravated enough that I'm like,
man.
I'm going to chase this person, I'm going to hurt them.
No.
Never. I mean, look, I assume most of the time, either maybe they weren't paying attention. Sometimes it's an old person.
Right.
It's just people living life and they screw up.
What happens in Conway is the roundabouts. They'll stop in the middle of the roundabout and people lose their shit. Which I do too, because you don't stop traffic. Traffic's supposed to flow. You don't stop traffic. So a lot of times, blue-haired old ladies you see sitting there, they're scared to hell.
They've never been through one, or they haven't driven through very many. They probably don't drive very often
really
at all.
Close quarters.
She backed the Lincoln out of the garage for the first time in 6 months because she finally ran out of flour, and she's just trying to get to damn Kroger to get some flour, and she's scared to death of the roundabout because there's no light.
The only ones that get me is when you see these people going reverse, like the opposite way, coming at oncoming traffic in the roundabouts. I don't see how they do that, but that freaks me out, man, when I see that on
No, that is
Facebook.
pretty.
How does that even happen?
I haven't seen that one yet.
It happens once a week. You'll see a picture.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, man, these
I
old
haven't
people.
seen any of that yet. I have seen some people not hit the curve and go over the.
Man, I see. There's a couple of them. You see diesel trucks run over them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
They don't make the turn in time, and they're dragging. Yeah, that's right. All right. Listen, I want to say very much thank you guys for continuing to make things awesome. Don't forget, over on our Facebook, you can find the March Madness bracket that we have out, and Chad's put up a 20 bone. I'm putting up some swag from the state, from here, some stuff that we've got that's
from
cool.
the bands and stuff.
Yeah, bands, different things, maybe some PATP gear. I've got all kinds of stuff that we can put in a bag for you. So just come join it, have some fun with us, and
it don't cost nothing, man.
No, it
You
doesn't
might
cost
win
you anything,
$20,
and you
man.
might win something. Yeah, you're going to win some prizes and $20, and who knows, by tomorrow it may be more than that. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we thank you. Please hit the like or share button. Tell people about us. Please follow us on YouTube. We're very close there to hitting money numbers.
Yes.
And we're thankful to everybody out there.
Everybody out there, man.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Late.
Know when you see 'em 'cause they're so real.